All right, welcome back to another random stream, and we will see what happens here. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Pretty much in the middle of processing and uploading some videos. So while that's happening, I figured I would just do a stream on this Friday night while that's happening and see what happens next. Broad Stipe, Dark Metal Spider, hello there. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything's going all right on this Friday night. Drew Reviews, good evening to you too. Pretty much just saying hi to people in the chat. Good evening, Libercast. Hope you're doing well. Kevin, Rapper Kirby, hello there. Hey, Seiko Hobo, hope you're doing well, man. Hello there, Alex. Hello there, RJ. Yes, I do know that about that movie. Bryce Stipe, sorry about that. Hope you feel better soon, man. Kevin, I don't drink much cola or Pepsi. It's mainly Mellow Yellow if I drink a soda. I could drink, I'm sure, but hey, EM, hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is doing okay. Again, just processing and uploading some videos. So while it's going fair, just do a stream. Pretty just random chill stream like usual. Nothing specific topic wise. Least favorite Statham film? Probably the film I saw recently. E.G. Daily saw those. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, Sally, don't know much about E.G. Daily. That's pretty cool. But hey there, Jordan. Don't think I've seen you on here, but cool. Good to know. And sorry about the mistake. The only Loki thing I've seen was episode 1, because that was what the request was. I haven't seen anything else since. The Beekeeper, I mean, they showed the entire movie in the trailer, but it was a good trailer. I'll say that. Although they showed the whole movie in the trailer. I mean, it's true. They showed the entire movie in the trailer, but it was still a good trailer. Yeah, I don't really care about the Marvel TV shows. Not for me. Not my cup of tea. Unless they're requests, but other than that, I have no reason to watch them. DG, I'm doing all right. Hope you're doing well. Owen Wilson doing for the Patriot. I mean, what else is he doing? That's cool, Darmel Spire. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, man. How would horror movies be 20 years from now? I mean, if it's on this state of affairs, I hope it disappears if that's the case. Your reviews, I mean, I don't know. That's the point of Halloween 3 is for you to decide. That's the whole point. The ending of Halloween 3 is you decide yourself. Which actress stars the worst movie posters? I don't know. Josh, hey man, I just got out of the shower. Okay. I don't know why I need to know that so much. You need to tell me twice. Why would I care if you got in the shower? Do you think I want to see pictures of it? I mean, I bet I just got out of the shower. I need to tell you twice. Why? I mean, I'm just curious. Like, why do you need to tell me twice about that, or once? I mean, what am I supposed to do with that information? I guess is what I'm wondering. I just took a piss. Okay, cool. Hey, great man. Hope you're doing well. Iron Claw. Don't know what that is. Yes, TMI. Exactly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Powerpuff Girls except I think I reviewed the movie. I believe. So yeah, that's all I know about it. Yeah, exactly, Psycho Hobo. Exactly. Exactly. Did Dead Pillagers Believer? No, they did not. They have a review up on their channel, and no, they do not like. They did not like that movie. YouTubers you think are underrated? My friends, Michael King, The Choice Voice, Fabio, Mike OCP, and so forth. Guys at Dead Pit, definitely underrated. He's definitely underrated. Guys at Dead Pit, hugely underrated. Alex Bowie Collector, hello there. It's a Wonderful Knife. I don't know what that is. What's It's a Wonderful Knife? I don't know what that is. Lots of talk or showers tonight. Believe me, I don't know why. Spellbinder, I don't remember a thing about it other than it being a stupid movie. I lived in one. Hello there. Um, I did do your request. Well, I have to record your request, but I did uh, listen to the songs. I lived in one, so I'll get that request as soon as I can. But I did listen to the songs for the request. Pretty cool band. I definitely say the one that's like the '80s montage, not Power, but the other one was my favorite. But thank you, I Live in One. A new slasher film using It's a Wonderful Life. Never heard of it. Have no interest in it. None. But yeah, I'd never heard of it, so there you go. But yeah, I have zero interest in it. Yeah, I liked it. Some of the, I mean, most of the songs I probably would never listen to again. It's called Crazy Licks. They're very, very. It's a new band, but their songs would fit in the '80s, and that's what I liked about it. I haven't looked at my email at all today, so I haven't had time to look at anything today, email wise. I've just been very busy with requests and stuff, so I haven't even checked my email yet. Pulse, the 1980 movie, I liked it. I have it on Blu-ray over here, and I think it's a bit of an underrated film. So I like the movie. I think it's an underrated flick. And sorry, just trying to do two things at once here. Some videos I need to publish as well as doing this. All right. reality reality TV show Cops. Haven't seen it in a long time. Uh, it's stupid the reason they took it off the air. I think that's really stupid. It was fine for what it needed to be. The Crazies, yeah, I enjoyed that film, even with Tim Oliphant. I actually thought he was decent in it. And yeah, I liked that movie. That was not a bad remake at all. I like it more than the original, to be honest. I mean, rest in peace to George Romero, but I was never big on his Crazies movie. But no, Litz as an LIXX is the band. Crazy Litz LIXX. Everything trying to be like the maid now? I don't know what you mean. Wells is trying to be like the maid. Hey there, Manny. I don't watch Big Brother, no. Supermarket Sweep, never saw it. Johnny, I'm doing okay. How you doing? You're trying to film in character, but when you need glasses, well, there's always contact lenses if you want to do that. There's always contact lenses. If the maid stuck to the book in the last half, well, I mean, yeah, I would say I like the book more than the movie. Max Payne, Alan Wake, both video games I enjoyed. Hey, a Tenchi fan, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. Walked with dinosaurs I never saw. Yeah, the original Crazies I'm not big on. I don't hate it, but it's one I would never watch again. Yeah, I actually did prefer the remake. George Lucas should have wrote episode 7, 8, and 9. He did, and they threw him away. I've played Alan Wake, the first one. Hey, Filminator. Don't give a fuck about Stream 7. I don't care if it took place in space. I don't care about any more Stream films. I don't know why anyone would. Yeah, Walker with Dinosaurs I never saw, so can't say anything about it. Favorite movie about a virus outbreak. Alan Wake 2? Uh, I mean, I'll wait for my friend Michael King, the choice voice, to play it on his channel. And then I'll watch it. Hey, Winter Flowers. Condemned Criminal Origins. I played a little bit of it, but not enough to form an opinion. It's a Wonderful Knife. Yeah, like 3 people have already mentioned it, but I did not see the trailers. But like 3, 4 people have mentioned it now. Todd Rayu I reviewed. Alex. Johnny, nope, never eaten it. Don't even know what that is. Warning Sign is an underrated film. I agree. I put in there for movies about viruses. Favorite movie involving robots? I don't know. Underrated one is Runaway with Tom Selleck. I'll say that's an underrated one. Favorite, I don't know. Jerry Springer, didn't watch much of the show except clips. Worst reality show, didn't watch much reality shows. Yakuza, never played it. Curse of Isis, never played it. Never owned an original Xbox. Death Machine, I like that one. That's a good one. Shopping Mall, that's a good one. The Terminator, I think most would say The Terminator with robots. Cyborg was still a robot. Hey, Victor. Blood Rain, I never played. Never played Blittering, so can't say anything about it. AVGN Superman 64 review. It was fun. How many hats do you own? I don't know, 3. Hard-tarted one, a mellow yellow one, and this one. Oh, you thought it was Luke Evans' Silent Night? Nah. That's Joe Kinnaman. He doesn't look like he's doing a bad job. Jinxed, I've never seen. Why would I want any ideas for Zombievers 2, Alter Ego? Hey, QJC, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing all right. Hope everyone's doing all right. I don't mind that it's Joe Kinnaman. I'm fine that it's him. He did a good job in the new Suicide Squad. He's not going to have much dialogue in this, and he looks the part. So I'm actually fine it's him. I have no issues with it being Joe Kinnaman. I have no issues with it. So I'm fine with it. I like the choice. After watching the trailer, I like it. Yep, I've seen the trailer to The Beekeeper. I liked it. Although they showed the entire movie. They showed the entire movie so you don't have to see the movie anymore, but it was a good trailer. I gotta admit. But they did show the entire movie. Gray Sounds Part 2? Nope, don't know what it is. House of the Dead 2? Lame. Lame sequel. Mr. Cool, I'd have to listen to those songs again. Silent Night is the new John Woo film. Yeah, I'll give The Beekeeper a shot, maybe, but I'm just saying they did show the entire movie in the trailer, so there's no surprises, but they gave too much away in the trailer. That's my only issue with the Beekeeper trailer. They gave too much away. They gave everything away, but it looked cool. Favorite Wesley Snipes films: Blade and Blade 2, Demolition Man. Demolition Man being 1, Blade 2, Blade. Well, broad step, I don't forget trailers, so I don't have that gift. Well, we'll find out. Soon enough with Silent Night, we'll find out. Ghosts and Goblins, never played. Favorite Bigfoot movie? Harry and the Hendersons. And Exists and Abominable are my 3 favorite Bigfoot movies. Favorite TV show from the 40s? None. Because I don't remember any TV show from the 40s. I didn't watch them. They were not my era. Remake Station, hello there. Hope you're doing well. American Tail, it's okay. Fair werewolf films, Dog Soldiers. You have to forget everything in 5 minutes. Cool. The real Bigfoot legend, it don't exist. Will there be more Bigfoot horror movies? There's always more horror movies because they need stuff for their streaming services. So they'll make a movie out of anything and do it 50 more times. Unknown Island, I don't even know what that is, Johnny. Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman is not good, but it's watchable in a lot of movies nowadays, sadly. I like the first Pumpkinhead. Gyros, nope, never had one. Mr. Cool, I'm gonna roll with you, son. I'll pick that one. First Pumpkinhead, really the only good one. Hey Caleb, hope you're doing well. Hello there, Sloan. Do you think Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore should star in another movie? No, not after Blended. No, I don't. The idol got canceled. Didn't even know because I didn't give a shit because I didn't watch it. Didn't give a fuck to watch it. Favorite shows from the 2000s? I don't even know. I'd have to look at the list of shows. Well, thank you, Psycho Hobo. I appreciate it, man. Joel Kim was good in that show. Forgot the name. Well, it's a super chat, so I can look at it a little bit. Altered Carbon? Altered Carbon? I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I liked him in the last Suicide Squad movie, and I liked what I see so far in the John Woo Silent Night movie. So, yeah, the Altered Carbon. I haven't seen the show. Oh, I live it in one. Thank you, man. Wow, thank you for your generosity, man. Thank you. What are your thoughts on what Scott Atkins is now doing with his Art of Action podcast, with chopping up his interviews in parts and wants fans to pay for full interviews through Patreon? I think that's bullshit. Is that really what he's doing? I think Scott Atkins could afford putting his podcast out for free. I mean, he makes thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for each film. I don't see why the hell that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I did not know that. I did not even know Art of Action was still around. But yeah, that's complete, total bullshit. Like, what the fuck does Scott Atkins need a Patreon for? What does Scott Atkins need it for? Scott Atkins is a movie star that's been in movies that have gone to theaters. What the fuck does he need that for? That's fucking stupid. And if that's the case, it makes me lose respect for the guy. This is one thing if you're a regular schmo, that's fine. But this guy is a guy that makes hundreds of thousands of dollars per fucking movie. So give me a fucking break. No, that's fucking stupid. I won't be watching it then. Fuck that shit. It's fucking greed, is what it is. It's greed. Fucking greed. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that, man. Thoughts on why Hollywood milking the franchises? You think Stallone will make Cliffhanger 2? Maybe time has passed to make it. Well, Stallone is 77 years old. He's almost 80 years old. No, don't do Cliffhanger 2. I think Stallone at this point, he knows retire. He knows he should have retired years ago. I think Stallone knows he should have retired years ago. He's just getting any quick paychecks he can. Expendables 4, quick in and out. Guardians of the Galaxy at 3, he was in and out. Tulsa King, I'll do a season, but I don't need to do any more. Just give me some cameos, some quick in and outs at the In and Out Burger, and just get as much paychecks as he can. He wants to feel he's more relevant. So he's doing these, in my opinion, waste of his talent and waste of time. That's why I get so pissed off about it, because he could do a lot better and he's not. And I don't think he should. But no, he'll, if they ask him, if they make the film, he'll say yes, because it's a film that will go in the theaters probably and he'll feel relevant, but it's bullshit. In, out, in, out. Exactly. How you doing, Silver Wings? Hope you're doing well, man. By the way, I should have said this before. If you guys like video games, and if you ever wondered, there was a video game called Land of the Dead for Xbox, based on the George Romero. Check out Silverwing's video. He played it on hard. He beat it. Did a good job with it. Check out his video. You if you like video games and horror, it definitely fits in the month of October. Definitely worth a look. Says Starface. Don't underestimate the other guy's greed. Robert Loggia said that, but he underestimated Starface, and he got his ass killed for it. It's Ali. Don't underestimate the other guy's greed. But yeah, Scott Adkins, this guy, he was in big films like Doctor Strange and other films. Why in the flying hell? This guy is a martial artist. He's done multiple fucking films. Direct to video starring Avengement, Ninja Shadow of a Tear. But now he's got a podcast. Now he's going to charge people on Patreon. The guy doesn't need the money. He just pays hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like when Stallone did the panel disc, was it the Comic-Con thing? What was it? The convention? And he charged a exorbitant amount of money to see him. Like, dude, you don't need that fucking money, man. What in the shit? It's stupid. And Psycho Hobo, thank you, man. Have you got food given to you through DoorDash? The last time was probably 3 years ago. I was in another state, and they had Long John Silver's, which I love Long John Silver's. I had not had it in a long ass time, and I got it, and everything was fine. As far as I know, no one spit in it, but I would never have known. I was set out of mind, and I'm still alive, so there you go. If they spit in it, the spit must have not been too bad, because I didn't taste it, and I'm still alive and kicking here. So if they did spit in it, I never would have known, and it tasted good. Long John Silver's, especially the chicken and the shrimp. I love. I would. They don't have Long John Silver's around here, but man, I wish they did. I love the chicken, the fries, and the shrimp. It's fantastic. Long John Silver's. I don't even eat the fish there. I don't like fish, but I'm a much more of a chicken guy. But yeah, thank you, Caleb. You guys are generous. Thank you so much, man. Hi, man, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great night. What are your thoughts on Steven Tyler and Robert Plant? Robert Plant, he did Addicted to Love. Might as well say it. You're addicted to love. Want to make sure. No, I got the wrong guy. This is See, I'm bad with Led Zeppelin. I got the wrong guy. Who the hell was I thinking of? Robert Palmer. That's who I was thinking of. Shit, I got the wrong fucking guy. That's Robert Palmer I'm thinking of. Led Zeppelin. I have not listened to much Led Zeppelin. I know Stairway to Heaven. I would go with Steven Tyler because I listen a lot more of Aerosmith. Led Zeppelin, I know I've heard their songs, but I've not listened to them much. Like AC/DC is my favorite band, Metallica, movie soundtracks, but I would go with Steven Tyler because I like Aerosmith. I like Dream On. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing from Armageddon. I like Love in an Elevator. I even like the Revolution X video game, which I had for Super Nintendo. There's a PlayStation version. It was in the arcade. Music is the weapon. I remember that game. So Aerosmith and Steven Tyler would be the one I would pick. So okay. Take Care, Rapper Kirby. Films didn't really steer me when I was a kid. I mean, I like probably, I guess, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess. Yeah, I've seen Dead Pit's review of Exorcist Believer. They thought it sucked. I'm not surprised. Lettuce, spinach, I don't eat them. You ever consider becoming a ninja? No, I never have. Fred Durst or Jonathan Davis? I don't know. I like both. Country Shape. I've never read that Batman comic. To be honest, I haven't read a lot of Batman comics. The comics I did eat because I was reading another person's comment. Because some people do eat comics. I haven't read comics in a long time. The ones I did read were Spider-Man, Punisher, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Preacher. Popeye's Candy? No, not candy. Terminator, hope you're doing well. They were animals in the forest. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Broad Step. I like both of them. Seconds, I've never seen. Do you think Godzilla looks good with his green skin? Sure. Oh, thanks once again, I live in one. I got so disappointed with what Scott Atkins did with the Art of Action. I actually unsubbed to his channel. The only way I would ever sub back is if he cuts that stupid shit out. He doesn't need the cash. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, he had a podcast for many years that was free. And then to say, by the way, if you want to watch, hey there, Bobby, if you want to watch the whole thing, you got to pay. That's ridiculous. Like you said, he doesn't need the cash. Like, does this Scott Atkins net worth? It says his net worth is roughly $2 million. Estimated, I should say. This was April 2023. Now, I don't know how correct that is. Estimate is an estimate, of course. It's a guesswork, but I bet everybody in the chat here, if we combined, we would not reach $2 million. Everyone in the chat, all 50 some people and me, put together would not be $2 million. So that's still a lot. Even 1 million, half of that. So that means you're technically still a millionaire. So no, if you're a millionaire, you don't need to be charging that shit. You don't need to be. That's bullshit. You have 10 trillion. Let me borrow some. Mr. Cool Turtle Power. That's on. Who should play Jason? Nobody yet. Does he also have an OnlyFans? Not yet. Although by this, that's probably the next option. I'm going to kick your ass and then I'm going to fuck your ass. I'm going to kick the ass that I fuck. I'm going to fuck the ass that I kick. That'll be a new type of OnlyFans. Get your ass kicked, then get fucked. Or vice versa. Hey, it's a new idea. We haven't had that yet. And to go to fuck and kick your ass. You decide the order. Well, Dark Goldust, I have not seen Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, it's a different soda for now. Yeah. I like this. Meliodas is still my favorite, but favorite PS1 game of all time. That's tough. I love Metal Gear Solid. That's a really good one. I like the first Silent Hill, but Metal Gear Solid is probably my favorite PS1 game. One day I would like to play that for the channel. When I get time. Like James Rolfe. We need time. Worst horror DVD box set? I don't know. Ape Escape I never played. Sriracha sauce never had. Yeah, Michael, I understand how you mean. But they did put Mellow Yellow back into stores around here for now. So I do have a decent amount for now. We'll see what happens though. It might not be forever, but it's nice that it's there now. Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean, nothing. It won't affect the original. So it is a fairly old game. I don't have those new systems, so I would never play it. I'll watch a playthrough of it. Yeah, Casino's a really good one. Is Bell Yellow a soda? Yes, it is. Brazo Filmo. Not sure what you mean which movie. Which movie what? TMNT VHS growing up? Yes, I did. The first 3 movies I had on VHS. The Elm Street box set. Oh, that's a shitty box set. The Blu-ray? Yeah, it's like 2 films per disc. That's a terrible box set for Elm Street. Moon Mayhem is way worse, Cam. Way worse. Does Corey Feldman still suck? Yes. He sets Corey Haim's dick because he can't get Corey Haim's mouth out of him. Can't get Corey Haim's dick out of his mouth. There is no Mellow Yellow Cherry around here. They don't have that around here. I've actually never seen that available. I like the Super with Joe Pesci. Does Bell Yellow keep you up all night? No. The fucking heat wave keeps me up all night because it's Texas. It could be raining, and yet you go out, you're sweating in the rain. You'll be walking in the rain, you still sweating. That's how hot it is in Texas. Again, you think it's damn rain. I'm like, it's raining, but it's fucking sweat on my face. The shit. You know it's bad when you're sweating in the rain. Ezra Miller's worse because he actually did stuff to. You know why. You know Ezra Miller. You know why. I don't need to answer that because you already know the answer. Texas too goddamn hot. Too damn hot. But I mean, what do you expect? It's Texas. Although there was a couple weeks where it was an Arctic, so I guess there you go. Sorry, doing two things at once here. So 1 second. I don't eat Chinese food. Never had it. Saints Little Helper. I think I reviewed it one time, and review might not be up anymore. Been hot in New York. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Easy Money I enjoy with Rodney Dangerfield. It's a fun one. Mel Yellow, it's smooth, it's citrus. It's a smooth citrus drink. It's not orange, it's not lemon. Like I said, it's very smooth. There's no bad aftertaste. When I say smooth, you know how you drink Pepsi or or even Dr. Pepper or cola, and you get that kind of sting. Like either for some people make them burp or something. Uh, Belly Yellow does the opposite. The exact opposite. It goes down very smooth down the throat, and like I said it's a very sweet citrus. Like I said, not quite lemon, not quite orange. I don't know how else to describe it. Well, you don't want to try it at Arby's. That's the problem. They water the shit down with the ice. The best way to try it is from straight from the fridge from the can. Because anytime you do that in a fast food place, they always water the shit down because the ice it zaps all the taste away from really any soda. That's part of why like I could drink Coca Cola from a fast food place because they sap a lot of the drink the taste of the drink out. So uh, yeah, if you got it from a fast food, you didn't really try it. In the fact of that's what happens with every drink. They put so much fucking ice in it. Even like in the they just fuck it up. Vault, I remember Vault. Hey there, Toby. I did get your request, by the way. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Uh, I have quite a bit to get to, but I will do it. I don't give a shit about the new Fast and the Furious. The new Five Nights at Freddy's. I saw that movie called Willy's Wonderland, and I enjoyed Willy's Wonderland. Okay, 1 second. Gotta do something real quick. All right, just had to check something real quick. That's why I muted myself for a second there. But yeah, sorry, just trying to do two things. I'm publishing videos and uploading them as I'm doing this. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, Fair, do both at the same time. I remember Volt. Yeah, it's pretty much Surge. That's what it is. It's Surge, but under a different name. But yeah, I do remember it. Sledgehammer, I don't know what that is. They Surge at Burger King? As in still around, or you mean back in the day? Cookout? I don't know what that is. Well, I'm not talking about you putting ice in the drink yourself. Even to keep the machines cool, a lot of times there'll be ice in there to help keep the stuff cool. Do I ever do barbecues? No. That's cool, Peter. Freak out. Enjoy with your dad. I did a playthrough of Spider-Man on PS4 on the channel. Twin Effect Dawn, never seen it. Nope, never seen it. Hmm. Surge was an option. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yellow from Dollar General. That's pretty cool. Oh, hope you're doing well, Bobby. Favorite type of eggs? Why? Just, I don't mean anything. Just like, why? No, someone was mentioning a horror thing called Sledgehammer. Crazy Licks, I don't know when I'll record it. Probably, if not tomorrow, then the next day. And I'll upload it a few days later. Remake Station, take care. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I like it, Liam. It's a good movie. Um, I don't have any issues on Russell Brand, so I would say Army Hammer is worse. I don't have any issues on Russell Brand. The Pretty Reckless, I don't know what that is. Take care, Josh. Never had Chinese food, so I wouldn't know. Brazy would not know. No problem. I live in one. No problem. Yeah, the coming week. Yeah. Wolfman 2010. I thought sucked. Terrible CGI. Waste of Benicio del Toro's acting. Waste of Anthony Hopkins as well. Lame remake. Yeah, Premiere. I don't know anything about that. Saw a video where these people interview Ed Swanson, one of the fishermen. They were like showing, oh, that's cool, Toby. That's pretty cool. Have to give that a look sometime. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Very cool. What are your thoughts on Mick Foley, the wrestler? Uh, I don't mind him. I liked his wrestling days. He was in WCW where he would do these crazy bits where he'd fly out of the ring and fly with his elbow out onto the pavement. People thought he was crazy. It was to get the people going. Then he was in overseas with the guy who passed away, Terry Funk. Did a lot of these weird, crazy shows with Terry Funk, where they would have exploding wire, exploding death matches. He faced off against Vader, and sadly, Vader, he didn't do it on purpose, but he had this move where he put Mick Foley between these ropes, and the rope cut a bit of his Mick Foley's ear off. Then, of course, in WWF, he was Mankind, and then he got into Do Love and all these other characters. That crazy bit with Undertaker, Hell in the Cell, where he flew off the damn cell and ran right through the table. And then the second one where he went through the cage, the middle of it, to a point that his tooth went through his lip and up his nose. Like he landed so hard, the tooth broke, went through his lip, and it got stuck in his nose. So the guy's gone through a lot. Seems like a nice guy, though. I don't have the systems for the RoboCop game. I don't have a PS5. I can't play this on a PC. This laptop computer doesn't really do games well. So I can't play the game. It's not on PS4. So I can't play it. Idris Elba's James Bond, I don't really care. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. DJ Mexicano, hello there. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, as for that, I don't really care. A&E documentary fully? Oh, cool. Well, I have a DVD. It's not here, is it? No, it's in the other room. I have a Mick Foley DVD that goes through his life, so I have seen it. It's not here. It's in the other room. But yeah, I have a Mick Foley DVD, which this is when he retired and told most of his life. So I've seen that stuff. But thank you though, I appreciate it. I actually have two DVDs of Mick Foley in the other room. But thank you though, I appreciate it. Most underrated video games. Depends for what system you mean. There's a lot of games out there. So it just depends on what system. No More Heroes for Wii. I never played the Wii, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. For underrated games, I don't know. Disaster Report for PS2, I'll say that. And Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick for PS2. How do you think Sony would do making a TMNT movie? What does it matter? Because they don't own it. So it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't do it anyway. They can't. Nickelodeon owns it with Paramount. So there's no point. It'll never happen. Control for PS4, that's cool. Never heard of it. Evil Dead Regeneration, yeah, I liked it. I agree with the ending. Not a fan of the ending, but I got it over there. Not a bad game, but I do prefer Fistful Boomstick. Make another disaster report, I'm sure, for the new systems. But yeah, I don't own the new system, so I can't play it anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I like Fistful Boomstick. I got it right here on the shelf here. I do like it. Do I have any vinyl records? No. The last Ronin video game? Oh, they're doing that? Oh. What's the problem with the ending regeneration? There is no ending. Ash and the little guy go through a portal, and then you don't know what happens, and then the game's over. So the problem is there is no ending. They defeat the villain, they go through the portal, and then you don't know what happens. Where do they go? So there is no ending. Well, thank you, Glenn. Hey, Matt, you think John Turturro will make the thing too, or again, time has passed, he's been cryptic about it? No, he won't do it. At least I hope to God he doesn't. John Carpenter, he is 75 years old. Okay? John Carpenter is 75 years old. He don't spend the next couple years smoking weed and making video games. Or smoking weed and playing video games, I should say. He doesn't make video games. He'll be playing video games. No. I mean, the last time I heard he wanted to do a movie where the entire movie would be shot with him directing it from his house. I mean, I give him credit, but if you get to a point that you're going to only direct a film from just your house, then no, he's not going to go out in the cold and whatever and do a thing too. And again, he's 75 years old. And he looks pretty damn frail. So no, there ain't gonna. They will do something with the thing to milk the IP, and Jar Carver will sign a check and go, "Here's my name, give me some money." He'll sign a check, and his name will be involved, but that's as far as it'll go. He will sign a check. Uh, yes, I did. I've heard about that a long time ago. St. John Smith. I've heard about that when the idea was being made. When they were making it, I heard about it. And I remember back to the day asking like the guys at Deadpan stuff about it, and they didn't know anything about it. But yeah, I heard about that decades ago. But for those who don't know, St. John Smith was in the 2000s, obviously before Roddy Piper passed away. It was Roddy Piper and the bad guy from Kindergarten Cop, that actor. Again, the bad guy from Kindergarten Cop, they were partners, him and Roddy Piper. And they go to this jail in the middle of nowhere to pick up Jonathan Davis. And you find out he's pretty much the devil. Yes, Richard Tyson. And so Roddy Piper and Richard Tyson have to deal with this guy and him making people kill themselves and look into their demons and all this stuff. So, but yeah, the film seemed like most of it got made. There was a early showing of the film where I guess they needed a couple more scenes in there. But hey, here's a rough cut. And then something happened and no one knows the full story, what really happened. Some would say they ran out of money, but I guess no one really wanted to pocket the change, and Then it kind of disappeared, and now it's a lost film. And that footage, no one knows where that footage is. So, yeah, film starring Roddy Piper, not to see the light of day probably ever. So, but yeah, St. John Smith, I heard about that a long time ago, and I knew about that story. So that's why when I heard, I'm like, oh, I hope they got new information, but sadly they didn't. So I don't know why they brought it back up again. I'm like, this is information from years and years ago. I thought they had new information. So the fact they didn't kind of pissed me off. But as OT people now know, well, then what? Unless the director can actually spill the beans and say something. I don't know why he's being secretive. Viking Samurai has recently done some interviews with Richard Tyson. Oh, that's cool. I don't. Yeah, I like Viking Samurai. That's cool. I'll have to give those a look. I would definitely gotta give those a look. Yeah, I like his stuff. Didn't see the new Exorcist, so I can't say anything about it. I haven't seen it. Worst John Carpenter film, The Ward, with Amber Turd in it. It was the worst film before Amber Heard was Amber Turd. It's even more so now that she's in it. But John Carpenter's The Ward was always the one I thought was the worst. And it's hilarious that Amber Heard was the star of that movie. So I'm like, oh, of course, should have known. She infected the movie like a virus, and we didn't know it until now. Pay it forward, manipulative bullshit. That movie sucks. Like Patch Adams. That movie is shit like Patch Adams. They both manipulative, over sentimental bullshit. Fuck those movies. Those movies suck. In my opinion. Top five Tim Burton films? I don't know. Ed Wood would be in there. Sleepy Hollow would be in there. Batman would be in there. Batman Returns would be in there. Beetlejuice would be in there. So I guess that's five. I don't know what order, but those would be the five. Hey, Wolf, on number one. Kevin Villa, hello there. Surf's Up, don't remember a thing about it. No Burns Planet of the Apes. Oh yeah, sure. With Mark Wahlberg and Tim Burton. Isn't that his wife in it? Looking like Liza Minnelli or whoever the hell. To be fair, she kind of looks like Mike. I love Michael Jackson, but she looks like Michael Jackson in that movie. The female ape. I gotta admit, I miss you, Michael Jackson, but he does look like him. She did look like Michael Jackson in that movie. Gotta be honest. Okay, sorry, just trying to do multiple things at once here. Take care. I live it in one. You have a good night, man. Thank you so much, man. Toby Teen, lately just gonna be busy with requests. I'm fairly backed up, so all my time's gonna be taken with them, which is fine. I can't complain about that, so it's all good. It's all works out fine, so it's all good. Chuck Berry, I don't mind him. Best Exorcist prequel, I don't know. There's not really a best one. There's not really a best one. I guess I could tolerate more Rennie Harlan's version. It's just more action. Do two different versions of the same movie. They have the same lead actor, but they play off very differently. A lot of different scenes. One's more psychological, one's more of an action movie, and that's Rennie Harlan's. I don't know anything about Chuck Berry's personal life, Royal Flush, so I wouldn't know. Didn't really follow Chuck Berry's life. Would not know. Josh, hello there. Pee-wee's Big Adventure I like, but not in my top five. The Seven Ups for You, very cool, man. Ghostbusters 2, I like Ghostbusters 2. Yeah, I always enjoyed it. Is it as good as the first? No, but I always still enjoyed Ghostbusters 2. I really don't get why people hated it. I know people say it's too similar to the first one, but then those same people give the new ones a pass. So I'm like, wait, if your problem is too much like the first one, then why are you giving Ghostbusters Afterlife a pass? Isn't that too much like the first one? Yeah, but it's okay when they do it. Yeah, but they have a new villain. Sarah Carmen Electra performance. I don't know if she's done porn. Maybe that. There was no smoking in it, or so they say. And Ghostbusters 2? Yeah. Man, not that I remember. Definitely was in the first one. Uh, I never really thought of it. Maybe behind the scenes there were. I've never seen an Gamera turtle tank. Yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah, they didn't smoke in it. I just never really thought of it one way or another. I don't like the original Exorcist. The only one I liked is the third one. That's the only one I liked is the third one. That's why I don't give a shit about the new one. I'm like, I'm not a fan. I only like the third movie. So, have you seen American Wedding or American Reunion? If so, did you enjoy or dislike it? I might have seen those two, but I don't remember a single thing about them. If I did see them, I know I saw the first two. I mean, those I might have seen, but I don't remember. I don't remember a single thing about them. So if I've seen them, then I guess that tells you how I think about them. So sorry, man. I don't even remember if I've seen them or not. Sucks a fucking kick. I don't know what that means. How do you suck a kick, Victor? But I don't know what that means. Suck a kick, but obviously not good. I guess you're trying to say suck a dick, but you think you two will go after? You could try it, see what happens. Just put suck a dick. See if YouTube gets it. Butterfinger, yeah, I didn't mind them back in the day. I don't eat them anymore though. I really don't eat much innovating candy anymore. Just, just don't like eating candy anymore. Maybe the occasional Skittles, but I don't like candy much anymore. But yeah. Well, Victor, that was probably me fucking up the line, and I just kept going. I was so pissed off. I meant to say suck a fucking dick, but I accidentally said kick. I'm like, screw it. I'll just keep going. I fucked up, but so that was meant to be a mistake. Like that was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose. It just was a mistake. Because I was so pissed off with that review. I meant to say suck a fucking dick, but I accidentally said suck a kick because I fucked up. So that was me screwing up on accident. Pork rinds, nope, never eaten them, never cared to. Yeah, the basketball scene, Deadly Friend, that's a funny scene. I agree. But sadly, with that film, it got taken away and they just completely butchered the movie where they made them reshoot scenes, shoot additional photography, make it gorier, film a lot more dream sequences, film a terrible ending, and just completely ruin the film. So Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkin doesn't sound too bad. Turtle Tank, I don't know. Like people say this or this, I don't know, man. I don't like either one. That's all I'll say. I don't know. So many people say, well, which this or this or this. I don't know. It all runs together, man. It all runs together. Shit is shit. Johnny, who has dark skin? I thought they were green skin. Johnny, you have a weird way of thinking. I've never heard a single person say that, Johnny. I have no idea what you're talking about. Listen to black music? What black music? What are you talking about? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Well, I guess if Snow White's black, I guess that technically would be black music now. Samuel, hi there. Bobby, hard target. That's an easy choice, so there's that. Dammer on the bottles. Not on. Oh, it does. I didn't even notice that. Why is that on there? Why is that on there? I didn't even notice that. Why I didn't even see that. So that's because of his show? I didn't even notice it until now. I just got it because it was Mountain Dew Go Red. I didn't know there was anything on the damn bottle. I didn't pay attention. Because it blends with the rest of the bottle with the red. Camouflage. Burnt offerings I've never seen. Actually, yeah, I did see it. I did not like it. I remember now. I thought it sucked. Thank you, Psycho Hobo. Random fact about in Casino when they were killing the guy with the vice, there was supposed to be like an extra minute where you see his head explode. Well, I'm fine with the way they did it. Uh, I'm fine with the way they did it in the movie. I think it's effective enough. I think you see enough. So, yeah, I don't think you need any more. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Oh, hey, Phantasma, that was you. Sorry, man. I just saw the comment. Really? I loved it. The acting was top notch. Uh, Nobody was likable in the film. They all made really stupid decisions, and they all died, I guess, in a way they deserve. So it's not really a happy ending type of movie. I didn't give a shit about anybody. Uh, I don't know why the Lurch, the limo driver, did certain things. He did certain things for some fucking reason. Teen Slayer, I don't have the Ghostbusters Afterlife review anymore. It's gone. File got corrupted and trying to save it at one point. Don't have it anymore. Favorite movie, unlikable characters? I don't know because that's not usually films I. I prefer the Amityville Horror and the Legend of Hell House for haunted house stuff at the time. Like for that era, I much prefer the original Amityville Horror, and I much prefer Legend of Hell House with Roddy McDowell. That's just my cup of tea. And for haunted house movies, The Changeling, like The Changeling, I put head and shoulders above that stuff. Like Burnt Offerings, that's just me. I prefer The Changeling. So if you ask me which I like, Burnt Offerings, The Changeling, I'll go with The Changeling any day. Goodfellas, I guess that could count. But actually, they were interesting, so they were kind of likable in Goodfellas, because at least they were interesting, at times charismatic. Uh, no, the first Amityville I liked the most. The second one I thought was so-so. Honestly, if I want to watch the second film, I'll just go watch Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, about a guy that gets possessed. But I think Elm Street 2 is much more interesting than Amityville 2. I don't love that movie like other people do. I much prefer the first one. Really, the first Amityville is really the only one I like. I think the original Amityville is the only one worth the shit. The remake sucks. Ryan Reynolds was miscast. It was boring. They had the music in the trailer. They didn't have it in the movie. I think the first Amityville is the only one worth the shit. Amityville 3, what is there to say about it? 3D gimmick that didn't work. Meg Ryan, early role. She's barely in it. Um, Forgettable. Not the worst thing I've seen, but it's forgettable. Madman? You mean Madman Mars? It's all right. I don't love it like the guys at Dead Pit do. I would give it. It's okay, but it's not one of my favorites. I know the guys at Dead Pit love the Madman. There's a lot of I could watch Man Man. It's okay, but there's a lot of other ones I like a lot more. But that's fine. Nothing wrong with disagreeing. They hate Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I liked it. They don't like Halloween 4. I liked it. They don't like Friday the 13th Part 6. I liked it. Nothing wrong with disagreeing. Because at least those guys I respect. Samuel, I would choose the Terminator. Thanksgiving trailer. I like the old one better from Grindhouse. Panic in Needle Park. I've never even heard of it. Chud, fun creature film. I like that film quite a bit. Margot Kidder, yeah. The Wanderers. Yeah, I remember that being okay. I would say I much prefer The Warriors among other stuff, but yeah, that's cool. Derek, take care, man. Samuel the Flash is worse. Huh, Al Pacino. Nah, I never heard of that Al Pacino film. First time I've heard of it. Yeah, the original Thanksgiving trailer was so much better, and this one, they neutered it. It was like shit now. They originally had Michael Bean. Now you got Patrick Dempsey. You went from Michael Bean to Patrick Dempsey. And I don't hate Patrick Dempsey, but that's a bit downgrade. Michael Bean to Patrick Dempsey. Killers of the Flower Moon. Not that it's 3 hours long. It is way better than Dreamcatcher. Panic in Needle Park is before The Godfather. Oh, okay. No, I never heard of it before. First time I've heard of it. That's pretty cool. Nice. Interesting. Learn something new every day. So that's cool. Thank you guys. That's cool with you guys in the chat. Learn something new every day. Sammy, I would choose the film Heat. The 1990 It, I put it above Dreamcatcher. Dream Scenario, yeah, looks interesting. Although it's A24. But it's not a horror film, so maybe this time it'll be good. Silent Night, I think that movie will be a bomb, but I might like the film. But it came out and no one is talking about the trailer. Like the people that do all the reactions, they're not saying shit about it, so it's probably gonna come and go. I like the Keep. Deserves a Blu-ray. But yeah, I like the Keep. It's just that there's a lot more scenes that were shot that were cut out. Put those scenes back in, I think you would have a more cohesive movie. But like the TV version has the full ending. Like if you go on YouTube, you can find the full version of the ending where Scott Glenn survives. Because for some reason, theatrical, they snipped the ending, but there's the TV version. They find Scott Glenn, he gets him out, and they go home in a boat. I'm like, why the fuck is that only in the TV version? So yeah, if someone like took the deleted scenes and put them back in, it'd be a better movie. But overall, I liked it. Fair stop motion movies. I don't know. Teen Kon's a good one. Stop motion film. The show I like it, but one of the greatest. No, I would put Hard Boiled above it. I would put Hard Target above it. I would put some other stuff. Michael Mann's working on another cut of Manhunter. Fuck that. Work on the Keep and get it finally released. I don't need every fucking film on 4K. I want the films that are not even on Blu-ray. Get the films that are not even on Blu-ray yet. Put them on the Blu-ray or 4K, whatever. Do that first. Then worry about your fucking 4Ks. We still have hundreds of movies that are not even on Blu-ray, that are only on VHS or DVD. Get those first, or those films will be lost. But these fucking dumbasses don't care and don't. It's not just you, Michael Mann. There's other people that made the fucking movie. The Keep. Actors. Crewmen. I don't give a fuck if The Keep is the worst film he's seen in his life. He's not the only person that made the film. The crew people made it. The cast made it. The fucking caterers made it. You're not the only one that made the fucking film. They did it too. The makeup effects guys made it. Outland is on Blu-ray because I have it. It's my favorite Sean Connery movie. There's a shitload of films not on Blu-ray, at least in the U.S. The Hitcher's not on Blu-ray in the U.S. with Rutger Hauer. Three Men and a Baby, one of the biggest hits of 1987 with Tom Selleck and Steve Guttenberg, not on Blu-ray. Gleam in the Cube with Christian Slater, not on Blu-ray. Films back to the day, low-budget films, Murdered by Phone, which is a Richard Chamberlain film, Crazy B movie, not on Blu-ray. Corner Store 2, Corner Store 3, fuck Corner Store 1, but none of those are on Blu-ray. Watchers 1 with Corey Haim, not on Blu-ray. You can't find on Blu-ray now, out of print, Ernest, a lot of his movies. Ernest Steers Stupid. Ernest Saves Christmas, I don't think ever got a Blu-ray. Ernest Saves Christmas. Stakeout, yes, that film, big hit. Emilio Estevez, Richard Dreyfuss, not on Blu-ray. There's a shitload of films not on Blu-ray. Run with Patrick Dempsey, Speed of Patrick Dempsey, that's an underrated film, that's not on Blu-ray. If Looks to Kill with Richard Grieco, fun film, that's not on Blu-ray. There's a shitload of films not on Blu-ray. The Creator I haven't seen. The Raft figure is over here. It's over here off screen. Watchers, I hated the book. I love the movie though. There were some Ernest films on Blu-ray, but they went out of print. There was a 3-pack with Ernest Steered Stupid, Ernest Goes to Jail, and Ernest Goes to Camp, but that went out of print. Preminator, if they didn't even get on Blu-ray, what makes you think they don't go straight to 4K? I mean, if they do, good. But, and they'll have a Blu-ray 4K, but I'm talking about films that are already on Blu-ray and they're putting them on 4K. I'm like, I want the films that are not even on Blu-ray. Get those re-released and cleaned up too. First. I should say first. A lot of the Hollywood Pictures films, some of them are. I have to look at a list. Because I don't think of Touchstone Pictures. That's not the same as Hollywood Pictures. I think Deep Rising was one, and that's on Blu-ray. Fuck Victor Silva. The worst Ernest film. Ernest Goes to Africa. I actually got a request to play Last of Us on PS4 sometime this month, so that'll be here sometime soon. Hey there, Julie. Yeah, I saw the documentary on Pennywise. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, I don't see Alice Cooper as Pennywise. I think Tim Curry did a good job. Overkill. I mean, if it's a request, sure. The Manson documentary from the 70s. No, I've never seen that one. Thank you, Jamroll. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Final Fantasy Spirits Within, I didn't like it because it had nothing to do with Final Fantasy. Samuel, I would choose iRobot. Did I see Robodop? No, I did not see it. No, my favorite Ernest one was Ernest Scared Stupid. That was my favorite one. Alex, neither one was better. Favorite Japanese horror film? I don't really have a favorite Japanese horror film. I don't have a favorite of that. Once a Thief, I don't mind it, but not for that list. There's others I would have put above it. Remakes and sequels get announced like every 5 minutes. Remember Demolition Man 2 got announced? There's been no word of that. Remember Sylvester Stallone himself? There's gonna be Demolition Man 2. So I don't take anything serious until it's actually being made. Worst Incidental film, Attack Force. When do you... It's there, but I much prefer the remake of The Rain. I did like Bloody Muscle Bodybuilding in Hell. That's the Japanese Evil Dead. So, okay, that's one. That's one I could say there. I did like that one. It's the Japanese Evil Dead. Okay, I did like that. I got the Blu-ray of that. Body Snatchers, 1978. Yeah, I didn't mind it. Um, I prefer the 90s one. Take Care of Broad Stipe. What year's Attack Force? I don't know. Frida, haven't seen it. Doesn't seem like my cup of tea. Two Japanese horror films seen: Audition and Sweet Home. Oh yeah, Sweet Home, yeah. But yeah, I did see that one because they had the video game and Evil. I did see that one. So I just like that one. I didn't mind. But like favorite means like you love, love, love. Like, I didn't mind Sweet Home. Uh, House, the weird ass one. I didn't mind that film. So there's some I don't mind. I don't know about favorite. I don't know. Red Planet, not that good of a movie. Samuel, probably would choose The Burning. Kevin Villa, nah. They remade Sam's Lot. I thought they were remade it with what's his name? I can't remember his name. They already did a TV remake of it. I don't like Takashi Miike stuff. I'm not a fan of it. House movies, I like the first three. Rob Lowe, thank you. I don't know how I forgot him. He was in Wayne's World. Rob Lowe, yeah. Yeah, they already did a Sam's Lot remake with Rob Lowe. Drake, hello there. Hope you're doing well. Jonathan Warden. I like both those Liam Neeson films. Audition, I'm not a fan of the film. It's just very, very much a buildup of some crazy bitch, and then she becomes Amber Heard and tortures someone for a good amount of minutes. If I want that, I'll just watch the Johnny Depp trial and watch Amber Heard talk. Least favorite Blumhouse film? I don't know. Too many to pick. I like the first three House films. Creature, yeah, and Creature from the Black Lagoon, yeah, I've seen. It's all right, I guess. I prefer Dracula and Frankenstein, Invisible Man more. I know at one point John Carper is going to remake it with Rick Baker effects, but they said no. And then that's around the time he was given Village of the Damned, which he didn't really want, because John Carper wanted Creature from the Black Lagoon, but Universal said no. And I like Village of the Damned, but you could tell his heart wasn't in it 100%. Misery, I like the film Misery. Not too good. He got robbed 2 nights ago. Hope you shot the motherfucker. You need to have a gun and shoot him in the face. Find the motherfucker and go, Ricky! That's what you need to do. You seen Boys in the Hood? You want to do an imitation of Ricky? Hey, Ricky! That's what you need to do. You need to have a shotgun and shoot him in the face. Best Howling sequel, too, because you got Reb Brown streaming and killing werewolves. How would you do a practical effects tornado? Happy Death Day 3. I don't know. Depends if they have more to say. Turtle Tank, I've never heard of that movie, Turtle Tank. Kevin, I guess Ice Age. ATM, yeah, that did suck. ATM, ass to mouth. Drake, if you're in here, you need to go find this person and shoot him in the face. Hey, Sam Crow, how you doing? Well, to be sis, well to be specific, it was my house, and thankfully I wasn't here. But they stole my grandma's writing chair. Yeah, that's what ATM means. ATM, ass to mouth. ATM, the movie. Cheer, I've never seen it. Duel, I like better, Derek. Well, you need to go find who stole your grandma's chair and shoot him like John Wick. Alex, I don't have any other reviews to upload. Maybe I could find one for Prey, but that's it. I don't have any other reviews to upload, folks. Of older, I should say, re-reviews. Re-uploads, I mean. I don't have any other re-uploads. Do you like Ghost in the Shell anime? No, I don't. Yeah, General, I actually didn't mind that film. Fair Roland Emmerich movie, Universal Soldier. What about Stream 5? What about it? It sucked. Like I said in my review. And I don't know if that review, I don't know if I can find that one. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look. I may be able to find the one for Prey, Stream 5. I don't know. I had a guy get pissed saying, "Why are you re uploading this video?" Because it's not up anymore. Why do people re upload videos usually? Why are you re uploading this video? Because I fucking feel like it. That's why. Yeah, but why are you re uploading? What the fuck do you think why? For the shits and giggles. Oh, I do have the review for Stream 5. Okay. So is that Stream 5 review not up anymore? If so, I might be able to re-upload it. I think I have it here. Looking through this hard drive. Somebody re-uploaded that review. That's the problem then. If I upload it, it'd probably be looked at as me copying, even though it's me. So I probably can't re-upload that review then. Probably same with Prey. Like someone probably has a review of Prey up as well as the Stream 5. So that means if I re-upload it, YouTube's stupid algorithm will make you think I'm copying that person's video even though it's me. Because that's how YouTube is smart about it. Sorry, you have that's how YouTube does. So I probably can't re-upload it anyway. So yeah, I probably can't re-upload it because YouTube's algorithm will screw it up. Sorry, you have re-uploaded someone else's video. I'm like, yeah, it's my video. Derek, YouTube is not that smart in their algorithm. YouTube is very stupid when it comes to algorithms. People who made videos who are in the chat, you know that to be a fact. Wavelength, 1967. I don't think I've seen that one. The closest movie theater, probably, I don't know, 40 miles, 30 miles away. I don't know who Ultra Q is. The Onion Field I didn't see. Bobby, no, I don't have that review in the hard drive. Plus, YouTube would be so stupid they would see the title and think it was me bullying someone, even though that's the title of the movie. That's how stupid YouTube is nowadays. Uh, I didn't see the trailer for. I didn't even know there was a John Carpenter directed series. Well, I heard he was directing from his house. I didn't know that he already did it. I thought he was in the planning. Fair Dario Argento film, Deep Red. Hey, frame by frame, hope you're doing well, man. Cyborg 009, haven't seen it. Yeah, Drew reviews. That's usually how it goes with YouTube. That's cool, frame by frame. The De Palma documentary, I haven't seen it. I've not seen it. It is. No, no one has requested a new Exorcist film, but everybody has said it sucks. Pretty much everybody has said it sucks. But no, no one has requested it, so I did not see it. But pretty much everybody you could find has said the movie sucks. I don't think I've seen a single person say the movie's good so far. Skinamarink should be Sunday at 9 p.m. Central this Sunday, unless anything happens with the other guys. But as of right now, it should be this Sunday at 9 p.m. Central. That'll be on here. The guys from Dead Pit and Stuntman Mark doing a stream of Skinamarink. But I know they've seen Exorcist Believer and they thought it sucked. But I haven't seen it and no one has requested it, so no one should no one should trust David Gordon Green. I could have told you that, but no one would listen to me. Guys at Dead Pit said the girlfriend Exorcist Believer looked like Ronnie James Dio. I'm sure they're right. I'm sure they're right. I mean, I don't know how much money he's going to make. They paid $400 million for that franchise to do their trilogy, among other stuff. So I don't know if they're going to get their money's worth. But I mean, you pay $400 million, and it sounds like this is the best you get. Doesn't sound good to me. You know what you should watch? Deliver Us from Evil with Eric Bana. Just go watch that movie instead. Just go watch that movie instead and Deliver Us from Evil. Speak to the devil. People were in the chat were just talking about they saw your review, man, you and CK, about the Ronnie James Dio hair. I saw the review, man. It sounds like a winner. Turtle Tank, I uploaded a review of Legend a few weeks ago. It's on the channel. But hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, I saw your review. It sounds like a fucking winner. But yeah, people in the chat were just talking about they saw the Dead Pit. $400 million, huh? To get this new trilogy and real crowd pleaser. Is there anyone that has liked the film? I don't know anyone that's liked the film. Yeah, but by the way you guys described it, it sounds like a winner. To be honest, I mean the way the guys at Dead Pit described it is just a very boring movie. With two instead of one girl. Wait for David Gordon Green's new Elm Street trilogy with an old Nancy. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to wait. They'll get someone else to do it, but they'll do the same. It's, from what I understand, this new Exorcist is supposed to be a trilogy, right? They paid $400 million to get it. I can't fathom anyone liking that movie. Stranger things have happened, but well, I know you guys are going to do the stream, but I almost want to ask, like, what's the worst part of the movie? The number one worst part of the film for you? Is it that it's boring, or is just goofy? I mean, you guys should check out their Dead Pin on the Road review. I know you guys are going to do a stream later sometime about talking about it. I haven't looked it up, but I'm going to guess Linda Blair is in it somewhere. Call 1-800 fuck it. Yeah, Premier, I did a video on the Halloween rights. No problem, Turtle Tank. Legend, I mean, I appreciate the visuals and I appreciate the aesthetics, but I think the acting and story left a lot to be desired, especially when entire characters completely disappear with no thought. I mean, two of your villains disappear halfway through the film and never mentioned again. That's pretty bad. Talk about that movie Legend with Ridley Scott. Two villains are in it and they disappear. Linda Blair's in it. I fucking guessed that before and all this. I fucking guessed it. So, no spoiler my ass. I fucking guessed that before the fucking film came out. That's the point of Legend, for two villains that just completely disappear in the middle of nowhere and never to be seen again. That's a weird point, but okay. Well, I mean, you saw how bad Halloween Ends was and Halloween Kills was, so Cruising I have to rewatch again. It's been a while since I've seen it. The one that jumps off the cliff, I don't know what you mean. Linda Blair? Linda Blair saw her paycheck and then jumped off the cliff. Now people talk about Legend. The look of the film, the cinematography of the film, and the music of the film is good. The rest of it sucks. The makeup is good. But you have that creature Blitz that looks like uh what's his name? The rocker. I forgot. The guy Johnny Depp based his performance on in Pirates of the Caribbean. Can't believe I forgot his damn name. How the hell did I forget his name? People in the chat will say it. Keith Richards, yeah. The fucking Keith Richards creature is a main villain and then disappears and never comes back again. Pretty shit in terms of storytelling. Yeah, Keith Richards. The Keith Richards looking goblin. Thank you, Psycho Obo, man. David Gordon Green should be proud for not making, or just for now, I think you meant. Now making the worst. Oh. Should be proud for not making the movie worse than Exorcist 2, at least. It's still pretty boring and cringe. For what I've heard, I think I'd rather watch Exorcist 2. From what I've heard, it honestly sounds like Exorcist 2 is a better movie. I'm not bullshitting. The way I hear about this movie, it sounds like Exorcist 2 is more crazy. At least it has that crazy song. Na 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 na. La, 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 la. What was that music? Is it Ennio Morricone? La la. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Pazuzu's the villain yet again. Of course, just nostalgia. Hey, you remember The Exorcist? So you remember Pazuzu? I don't have the movie here, but you know what I would rather watch? I actually like this Exorcism movie. No one else likes it, but I do. I don't know if it Deliver Us from Evil. It came out. It's the same guy that directed The Black Phone. Uh, yeah, he directed The Black Phone. He did years before that Deliver Us from Evil. I like that movie because it's a cop movie with Eric Bana, and it's the cop movie, but it's also an exorcism film. So I actually like that movie. Yeah, Delivers from Evil. I like that one. I like The Exorcist 3. It's my favorite. I mean, William Friedkin, the film I like the most of his is The Hunted. Hunted with John Lee Jones is my favorite William Friedkin film. You know what? I actually don't mind Jade, especially the director's cut. That has the extended ending. Least favorite Exorcist movie? I don't know. There's been 100 of them. To Live and Die in L.A., that's a good one. There's been like 100 exorcism movies. I don't know what the worst would be. It didn't work at all because The Exorcist is not a fun slasher type film that you could play around with the characters and mythology. The director thinks so, which is why we did shit like Halloween Ends. Ah, okay. Hmm. Play around with the mythology. That's interesting. In a bad way, because from what you guys were talking about, it looks like he really fucked it up. So, in other words, one director took the subject very serious, while David Gordon Green is the guy who did the Pineapple Express. So, what does he know about horror? Go figure. I mean, when did people start thinking David Gordon Green was a great horror director? That's my question. When was that a thing that people started thinking, well, this guy knows horror films? Well, if I became mayor, Bobby, I would sentence, I don't know, David Gordon Green to film jail, 5 to 10. Hardcore Jersey Scott I haven't seen. Halloween's Greatest Hits 2018. Well, when he made money, well, there you go. He didn't get my money. I'm one of those few. I did not like Halloween 2018. I know there are people who do. Teach their own if you did. I did not. I didn't get it. I thought all it did was take all the Halloween films and repackage them into a ball of shit, which he got. And it was shit, in my opinion. Halloween 2018, I thought sucked, in my opinion. Well, thanks frame by frame. I appreciate it. So I guess there you go. So I guess I will be seeing Exorcist Believer soon. Thanks, Uncle Bill. You had to see it. Now someone did it. God damn it. I'll get you back on this Sunday with Skinnamarink. Make you sit your ass to look at the walls and the toilet disappearing. He has a horrible habit of just shitting on legacy characters, introducing totally bland and uninteresting new characters. Well, that's most of Hollywood nowadays. That's Indiana Jones 5. That was The Force Awakens. That was Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's every Hollywood movie, so it's not just David Gordon Green. That's like every Hollywood film in the past 10 years. Shit on legacy characters. That's Stream 5, even Stream 6. That's like every horror film or not just horror, but every franchise film with one or two exceptions in the past 10 years. Uh, yeah, mine Halloween 2018, teach their own. Oh shit, the couch is gone. I haven't seen that film since it came out. So I'll be honest, I don't remember much of the film. Although nothing happens in the film, so I guess I do remember. Yep, I saw the trailer of the John Woo's Silent Night film. I look forward to it. Hey, Miguel, if you want the same boring shit every year, well, frame by frame, I haven't seen Exorcist Believer, so I don't know which will be worse. Uncle Bill said Exorcist Believer was worse in his review on the road. You mentioned how you said you thought Exorcist Believer was worse than Halloween Ends, and that's saying a lot. But I think for Uncle Bill, I'm guessing Exorcist he would put above Halloween. I'd be curious if he's in here. If would you say you like The Exorcist more than Halloween? It is worse, which is hard to believe. There you go. Yeah, there's a quarter of a ceiling in it. Exactly. And Stina Marink, yeah, that's most of the movie. Well, I don't know if this movie's making money. Country Shape, uh, and The Hunted, yeah, they were hunters. It's just, but Benicio del Toro is so far off the grid in terms of his psychology. He is paranoid and he thinks some people are out to get him, but he thinks everybody's out to get him. And that's to showcase how far his psychology has gone past the point of no return. Yeah, I probably would say like okay, so yeah. So you're a bigger fan of The Exorcist, so that means when you see something like this, I know it's a weird comparison, but I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan. I see this piece of shit Seth Rogen film, I get more pissed at it because those are more what I emotionally attached to. So you could say like technically this would be worse, but you feel much more anger towards that or something like that. Whatever the fuck. This year has sucked for movies. I mean, Expendables 4. Okay, you know what, Uncle Bill? I'll raise you one better. I saw a movie worse than you. Hey, Stuntman Mark, how you doing, man? I fucking saw Expendables 4. So there you go. There's the fucking, you know, spiel after 2 hours. Yes, I saw Expendables 4. It was a fucking embarrassment. There you go. Talk about bad movies. I fucking saw one too. Fucking Expendables 4. Jesus H. Christ on a pogo stick of shit. I have a review getting ready to go. But I don't know if you guys want to hear a little bit of Expendables 4, let me know. I could give a little spiel before the review. Yeah, it was a request. Did Expendables 4 have a cliffhanger? No, it should have gone off a fucking cliff. Fucking embarrassment. Goddamn embarrassment. So a teaser to Expendables 4. Jesus Christ. The movie costs $100 million, but it looked like it costs $100 fucking. Stallone, every other scene has direct-to-video Steven Seagal type of green screen. Every action scene has terrible green screen that fits in a direct-to-fucking-video movie. Stallone is in it at the beginning and end of the movie. He goes see Statham, who is now his girlfriend is baiting fucks because she can't fucking act. I see mannequins give more emotion. Bernie for Weekend of Bernie's gave a better performance than she did, and he was fucking dead most of the movie. She can't do shit. She can't act for shit. She got the dead face on. Just you look at her face, you just soul's dead. No tits, no ass, ain't worth a shit. Stallone lost a battle in a thumb war, thumb wrestling. So he gets Statham to fight in a bar. Oh, they took my ring. They put the ring on a fucking flesh-colored dildo in this bar with two dicks on it. There's a bar and there's a dildo with two flesh-colored dicks and one of the rings on one of them. I don't know why this bar of guys has two flesh-colored dildos. Maybe it's the bar from Police Academy. I don't know. Megan Fox is hot. No, show me tits or ass or get the fuck home. Because that's all she's good for. Otherwise, there's absolutely nothing else. Your cast is Stallone, who's barely in it, Jason Statham, a guy who's supposed to be Antonio Banderas' son from the third movie, but he talks more and he's more annoying. 50 Cent, who mumbles his way through most of the dialogue, needs subtitles for his sorry ass. Dolph Lundgren, who they made more and more of a joke to this point where he has a fake wig and he needs glasses. Like he's fucking Velma from Scooby-Doo. And who the fuck else? Like Randy Couture and his stupid cauliflower ear. The guy from the Ray Redemption is the villain. He's given nothing to do. There's shaky cameras, choppy editing, and almost every action scene has terrible green screen that would fit in a Steven Seagal direct-to-video film. And that's not be embellishing. They do a mission, they fuck up. You think Stallone is dead because there's his corpse with the ring on it. Statham is kicked out. He goes to find Tony Jaa. Megan Fox leads him to a fucking cargo ship, and the rest of the film is on a cargo ship, so it's like a shitty version of Under Siege. 15 seconds later, Megan Fox and the team get caught. Most of it is Jason Statham in a shitty Jason Statham film. They fucking rip off the Delta Force. You know Chuck Norris with the machine gun motorcycle? Statham takes one of those, but he's on top of the cargo ship and everything is green screen. Every fucking thing in the background is green screen. He has a standoff with a guy where he shoots a CGI plane. He jumps it, the guy hits it, him and the plane fall in the PlayStation 2 graphics. Oh, the Expendables, the way they get out, they piss on the grate. Oh, the dialogue when they're on the plane getting to the first action sequence, Antonio Banderas' son, hey, you know what that's called? That's when the girl squats over you and empties her bladder. That's the fucking dialogue in this movie. Tony Jaa comes in with Statham. They fire a couple guys. This director does not know how to direct action. Because that's what you want. You want the guy who did Need for Speed, the movie. Don't blame me. You two blame them. And, oh, the main villain is Andy Garcia, whose bad guy name is Ocelot. Where's Solid Snake? Is Metal Gear on this fucking cargo ship? Piss poor action sequences. Stallone comes back, and the way he survived, he's on the plane. The fucking bad guy from the bar, he for some reason had that guy knocked out in the plane with his clothes on and a beret. So when the plane's going down, he put the guy in the seat, put the ring on him, parachuted out. Why was that guy on the plane? How the fuck did he get there? Why is he wearing Stallone's clothes and beret? They shot this movie with Stallone's character dead. They added this shit at last minute. Because there's zero fucking sense made out of the whole goddamn thing. There's no Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's no Antonio Banderas. There's no Wesley Snipes. There's no Van Damme back as a twin. Bruce Willis has his dementia, so he's not going to do it. There's no Jet Li. There's no Jackie Chan. There's no Mark Dacascos. There's no Michael Biehn. There's no Carl Weathers. No Jeff Speakman. No Michael Dudikoff. All these people you could bring in. $100 million, it was for paychecks that they did not deserve. Now, granted, this is all shit I'm going to say in the review, so it's the same thing. But it deserves it. It's a fucking embarrassment. Goddamn embarrassment. I'll go much further in the fucking review, but that's kind of the gist of it. Cheap as hell. Dolph Lundgren did a direct-to-video film called Skin Trade with Tony Jaa that looks bigger budget than this. Dolph Lundgren directed a film where he's a rock and roll drummer killing terrorists with drumsticks, saying rock and roll's easy, dying is easy. Rock and roll is hard. No, the review's not out. I haven't recorded it yet. I will soon. But watch clips on YouTube. You'll see how cheap it looks. Command performers with Dolph Lundgren. That's the Die Hard at a rock concert where he's stabbing people with guitars and drumsticks. That's better than this movie. Speed 2 Cruise Control is better than Expendables 4. Talking of ships. Speed 2 Cruise Control is better. I'm not saying that for the shits and giggles. When Speed 2 is better than your movie, an Expendables movie, it's a fucking embarrassment. Yes, the third film is better. The third film sucked and it was better because at least it had Mel Gibson and Harrison Ford. Speed 2 actually had a budget, and Willem Dafoe was out of his mind, and you actually had a budget for action sequences. Speed 2 actually looked like it had a budget. This looked like it had coupons, had a bunch of fucking coupons that just put everything off 50% off, 80% off, 75% off. No, Expendables 3 still sucks ass, but this sucks ass even more. Again, at least the third one had Mel Gibson and Harrison Ford being a fun asshole, telling the Stallone premise to go fuck yourself. Hey, to see Indiana Jones tell Rambo go fuck himself, that one moment was better than anything in Expendables 3. I mean, Expendables 4. Yeah, Speed 2 has better action scenes. It's a shit movie, though. But this is shittier. I dare anyone to watch this film. I have never met a single person that likes this movie. And the day and age where it's kumbaya and toxic positivity, I'm not one single person has liked Expendables 4 for good fucking reason. One of the worst films of the year, easily in the top 3. I would say the second worst film I've seen after Mutant Mayhem. Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem pisses me off on a fan level. Expendables 3 is the worst as well. Those are the two worst movies I've seen this year. Yes, Death Wish 5 is better than Expendables 4. Yes, it is. It's got Death by Soccer Ball. That's better than anything in this fucking movie. So, Speed 2 has better action scenes. Yeah, I meant Expendables 4. I get discombobulated on all the shit. Why is this year so shitty with movies? Could someone please explain to me? Please. Yeah, those two beat out Steel Marine because those two should be better. Steel Marine is some fucking guy's art project he found in a closet that somehow got into theaters that should have just been on YouTube. The Expendables 4 cost $100 million. Watch those clips on YouTube and ask me how there's $100 million. This year's been dog shit for movies. I'm sick and fucking tired of it. Spider-Man Lotus is a shitty fan film. It's a fan film. It didn't have $100 million. With Stallone and Dolph Lundgren, man. Stallone and Dolph Lundgren, I should not be saying it's one of the worst films of the fucking year. It's Stallone and Dolph Lundgren in a fucking movie, man. Tony Jaa from Unbach and The Protector. And I knew it'd be shit, so I can't say I'm surprised. By this point, it's going to be a top 50 worst films of the year, the way it's going. This has been the worst year for movies in a fucking decade. For anyone in the chat, am I over exaggerating when I say this has been one of the worst film years in fucking history? Am I over exaggerating? Yes. But is it really by that much? Am I over exaggerating? Yes. But is it by that much? Or is it by this much? Fucking ridiculous. Pisses me off. A shitty Indiana Jones film, a shitty Ninja Turtles film, a shitty Expendables film, a shitty Evil Dead film, Fall Talks a shitty Exorcist film, a shitty Stream film, The fuck is next? Still lost a lot of money. Exactly. I should have asked if you want to come on, man, but I figure it's late, so I figure you're pretty busy. I'll be on a bit longer anyway. Fucking pisses me off. Yeah, in a shitty Flash film. Yeah. Ridiculous. I've calmed down a bit. It's just ridiculous, man. But we're the ones being toxic or you need to be more positive. On what? On what? Grinds my gears, as they would say. Country shape, what you mean by shitty? Means it's a shitty movie. Insidious Red Door, Stream 6, Evil Dead Rise, Exorcist Believer, The Pope's Exorcist. Nope, not a banner year. Oh my god. I forgot half those movies you mentioned. I forget. Yeah. Seems like Expendables 4 makes Rambo 5 look good. Yes, it does. Okay, Stuntman, I'll invite you on for a little bit, man. Um, but yeah, for those in the chat, this Sunday, 9 p.m. Central Time, Stuntman, Mark, Uncle Bill, and CT and I will be watching Skin Marine. And this conversation is going to come up, I goddamn guarantee it, about this year movies. Because there's nothing else we're going to be talking about during that movie except the walls and do the carpets match the drapes. B C. All right. Sent Stuntman. Sound of Freedom. I haven't seen. I don't think Cliffhanger 2 will get made. I really don't. I really don't think it'll get made. Should ask Stuntman Mark, have you seen Expendables 4? He probably hasn't. Why would he? Fucking hell, man. You don't watch Cinema Rant, you experience it. Oh, experience it all right. It fucking exactly. Why is 2024 going to be worse, Victor? Why is that the case? Do you know something I don't? Are you working in the industry? We don't purposely make these movies shittier. Oh, joy. That's what I want to hear. Is Death Proof Stuntman Mark's favorite movie? Well, we'll find out. He'll be on in a minute, as he says there. Got to set up his cocaine business so he could get on here tax free. Because for those that don't know, Stuntman Mark, he's in the cocaine business, and that's how he affords everything. So he's you ever seen Breaking Bad? That's his life, Breaking Bad. So he's busy with his cocaine business. Cocaine him. He gotta get it to Hollywood soon. Is he on Yayo? He needs to be because Hollywood needs it because they need better movies. And he remembers how they used to be worth a shit when they were on cocaine. So he needs to be the supplier. So he'll be busy with that. He's putting finishing touches to send it to Zack Snyder's house because he needs cocaine after the shit he's been directing lately. Apparently, at this point, David Gordon Green needs cocaine. Maybe he'd be make better movies if he's on cocaine. That's his problem, David Gordon Green. He needs cocaine. Then maybe he'd make a movie worth a shit. Make Hollywood cocaine again, exactly. That's what's missing. Maximum Overdrive, made with cocaine. Good movie. A lot of movies in the 80s, Cobra, made with cocaine. Good movie. A lot of those movies, Death Wish 3, made with cocaine. Good movie. A lot of those movies made with cocaine. We need that again. I'll be right back. I just got to drink a water. So I'll be right back, guys. All right. Back in the saddle again. I'll go on a little bit longer. So let's see what was in the chat here. Does Stuntman Mart snort or inject cocaine? I think snort because you gotta be careful with injections, especially nowadays. Why can't David Gordon Green direct a horror movie on his own merits? Because he's not that talented. That's why he's not that talented to do so. What about Master Overdrive? You like everything. AC/DC soundtrack, blowing up trucks with bazookas, electrocution by arcade machines, little kids getting flat like a pancake. That guy, what the fuck's going on here? When he opens the thing, he pushes it. What the fuck's going on here? Everything. I love that movie. It's fucking, it's so entertaining. And I miss that in movies. I miss that. Death by vending machine. When have you ever seen another movie where a vending machine kills someone? Exactly, and that's what's missing. Creativity, fueled by cocaine. Do you have Vinegar Syndrome, Chainsaw Master 2? I do not. Real Shift? Nah, I don't watch. Nah, I haven't watched it. That's cool, Victor. I understand. You need more crazy films? Well, no, you did Beau is Afraid, where Joaquin Phoenix goes into an attic and there's a penis monster. Literally a penis monster with a pair of balls. That's Beau is Afraid. And like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie. To lead up to, he goes to an attic and there's a penis monster with a pair of balls. That's Beau is Afraid. That's A24 for you. I think it was A24. That's A24 for you. People wonder why I fucking hate A24 horror films so much. People wonder why I hate that fucking shit so much. Penis monster. And fucking Burger King crowns and kill my goddamn thesis. That guy jumped off the cliff. I don't care. What about my thesis? What about my paper? Shove it up your ass. Do most big movies lack the magic of the? Yes, they do. Vinegar Syndrome or Scream Factory? I don't know. Have you seen the stuff Vinegar Syndrome has released lately? Ma, no, I didn't see it. My favorite is Freddy Cam. Jackie, I don't know which is worse. They're both fucking bad. They're both fucking stupid. Which is worse, I don't know. It's all bullshit. A24 horror films act so high and mighty while they have a leaking sandbag for testicles. That's one way to put it, yeah. That's one way to put it. Fucking bullshit. Another way to put it. Great, now the cat. One of the cats heard me talking about A24, and now he's going to have nightmares, and he's not going to shut up. He's having a waking nightmare. You hear him, because I mentioned A24 horror movies. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Why do you not Jason Momoa as an actor? Because he's a shit actor. Conan the Barbarian, Aquaman, wannabe Roman Reigns of the fucking sea. Well, Jackie Chan's team did a shit job then. Or they had a shitty director that hit everything. Who's worse? David Gordon Green is worse. Fuck that shit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Andrew? At least that meant Mark is coming. I thought he was. I sent him the link. I said he saw it, so I don't know. Send one Uncle Bill. He's busy. He's busy. I'm not going to keep bothering people. Come on, my stream, goddammit. Please. I'm going to shoot you in the face. Do I miss Roddy Piper? Of course I miss Roddy Piper. He's my favorite wrestler actor. They Live. I enjoyed his direct-to-video work. Jungle Ground was a good one. Hell Comes to Front Town, I had fun with. What was the other one? Tough and Deadly with Billy Blanks and Roddy Piper. That was a fun one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I liked with Roddy Piper. So, and of course, yeah, They Live, of course. So, Yeah, I definitely miss Roddy Piper. But passed away way too soon, and he knew he was going to die because he even said in an interview long ago he knew he was not going to live to 65. And I don't think he did. I don't remember how old he was when he died, but I don't think he reached 65. I don't think. Could be wrong, but I don't think he did. Country Shape, I don't know what he looked like under the mask. Well, I mean, Roddy was right. Sadly, he knew his body, he knew his ticking clock. Well, thanks, Aragorn. I appreciate it. Now, give me money. Just kidding. No, seriously, when you don't give me money, I'm just kidding. Like people don't understand. I do jokes. Here's the here's the cocaine man himself.
The cocaine jokes, dude. Like, oh man. So what's going on, man?
Going to how many you made today?
I plead the fifth on that. I'm a drug free individual. I don't indulge at all.
There you go. Sorry, that took off. So, okay, Mark, have you seen Exorcist Believer or Expendables 4 or any of these films we've been talking about, or no?
Um, I did not see Expendables 4. It sounds like I missed out from what you described.
Oh yeah.
Um, Exorcist, yes, and Saw X, but I don't know if you talked about that.
No, I haven't seen her as such. We haven't really talked about Sonic. It's like been almost forgotten now because that was Exorcist time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So how was Exorcist a believer? I'm a believer.
I'm not a believer. it it was the biggest waste of time. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be good. I think we all wanted it to be. We all want things to be good. Nobody wants these movies to be bad. It I don't know what he was going for. He Whatever it was, he didn't hit the mark. I cannot believe there's two more movies. We'll see how it tracks by the time we get to Monday in terms of box office, because that may put a kibosh on the rest of the other half of the trilogy. So we'll see, man. Like it wasn't good. I mean, it just wasn't. I'm sorry.
So you put X Files 2, I'm a believer. I want to believe over this. That means
Yeah. Yep.
I want to believe over believer.
Yeah. I mean, you look at something like
Was it
go ahead.
was it boring? Or was it just poorly made? Was it goofy?
No, I mean, so I think for me, like I've said this before, I don't think David Gordon Green's necessarily a bad filmmaker. I just think he makes bad movies, if that makes sense. Like the writing team using Scott Teams again, using Danny McBride again, which I do like Danny McBride, at least in some of his more comedic stuff. It just that group, when they get together, man, like they don't make good stuff. Like I don't I don't think that like anything that they can produce will ever be anything that's worth watching to me. Um, I know Garrett liked it. um,
Hmm.
and again, I love Garrett. We all know this. It's my guy. But um, I don't know what he liked about it. I know he's a bit really diehard fan. Maybe that's part of it. Like, I'll never watch it again. Like, I put it this way, for those of you that haven't seen it, if the ratings are anything to go by, look at the IMDb rating. It's rated exactly the same, if not lower than like Halloween Ends. Like I think Halloween Ends might be rated higher, actually, only slightly on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. So, like,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I didn't look,
they're
but I'll
both
have to
at
look.
like 5.0 or 5.2, and like the tomato scores are pretty like low, at least just like for movies in general. But I
So
don't know
was
what.
it boring? Was it a boring movie, or was it just a goofy, like silly movie?
There's
Or
just no point to it. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's not really goofy. It tries to be serious. I wouldn't say it's silly. It doesn't really come off as silly. It's just, I mean, there's just no point to it. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, there's no reason for it to exist. It doesn't do anything new. It doesn't, there's nothing to
so,
follow for me. I mean, I don't
so
care
it's the
about,
first.
go ahead.
It's trying to be the first film as two girls.
Hmm.
Is that similar to that? Like, it's trying to be the first film as two girls.
Kind of, because like, it's like a test of faith with the father and all that. And it just somehow like,
There you go.
well, I mean, you could, that's a way to describe it too. Like it's, yeah, it was in a way, like I said, there's just, if there was actually a character that you would like in the movie and you had something to lean on, maybe you probably get into it, but it just doesn't have anything. Like, there's just nothing there. It's really sad, honestly, because now I'm not saying I expected a whole lot, like it was going to be better than the original or as good, but I just at least wanted an entertaining movie, and it wasn't even that. So, I mean, what, again, without spoiling, I know some people haven't seen it, so it's not good, man.
So no, you mentioned no likable characters.
Not really. No. I mean, I will say like the scene in the church was kind of silly with the girl being possessed. I think that's in the trailer. But it comes off
Okay.
as silly. It's not intended to be, but yeah, there's no real scares in it.
Okay, okay, people in the chat, do you guys really care about spoilers at this point, believer? I'll ask the chat. And then if they say no, you just say whatever the hell you want. I have a feeling no one don't give a shit.
I mean,
They're like, I'm not.
the funny thing about it, there's almost nothing to talk about because that's how lackluster it is. I mean,
Mm.
I think by now people know that Ellen Bernstein's not really in it that much. There's no Linda Blair if people were hoping for that. Um,
Oh, okay. I was wrong in that prediction. I could have sworn they would pull her out of somewhere at the end. I guess not then.
no. Um,
Yeah, no one cares about spoilers. So what's the bit at the end? Like, is something at the end like that's supposed to bounce off to the second one?
not
Like
not that
reveal or
I mean,
something?
unless I missed something, no. I didn't
Because I
really
thought the guy
see.
that did Pit mentioned that, but
Maybe
uh,
Uncle Bill could chime in on that. I mean, I'm not sure what they would be talking about. I mean, I
okay.
unless I missed something, I don't know if there was something in like maybe mid-credit scene or something. I didn't see anything where it would lead to like a sequel or
Mm.
anything, or at least one that would make sense,
I
I should say.
because they did the on the road. I thought they mentioned like no spoilers, but there's something at the end that. So I just assumed like Linda Blair got a cameo or something. You just spoil it, man. No one in the chat cares.
Yeah, go ahead, Uncle Bill. I'm curious. Maybe I missed the
No one
moment. I don't.
in this chat. No one gives a fuck about these new movies. You're safe in this dojo. You're not gonna be kicked out or something or whatever. It sounds boring. It sounds like nothing happens the way you're describing, and guys at Dead Pit described it like nothing happens. Sounds like.
It's supposed to be a film where it's a test of faith for like the father character. Like, I mean, because he doesn't believe, then he kind of does once things start going crazier. And I guess Ellen Bernstein is supposed to be like the person that like carries him over to the believing side. I guess that's why it's called Believer. But I don't know.
And they went with that title, Believer. I thought they were doing
They
changes. So.
did. I thought they were going to change it too, but I guess they figured it had to have something on there.
So, oh, Linda Blair shows up at the very end to be with her mom, which sets up the next movie. Is that after the credits?
I did not see that part.
Did you stay after the credits, or when did you leave the movie?
Right away.
Right away. So, okay. So was this after the credits or in the middle of the credits? Because they do that a lot. It was like in the middle or after the credits, like Marvel would do that or something. Shows up at the very end to be with her mom, which sets up the next movie being some shit about her being like Laurie Strode. Is at the very end of the film. So that must be like the last shot.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's like after the credits.
Wait, that was Linda Blair? That was it didn't look like her.
Wait.
I guess that was her. Honestly, I didn't notice if that was.
So the last shot was Ellen Burstyn with someone?
Keep in mind, I didn't go to see this in the theater. Just so you know.
Oh.
I ain't gonna say how I saw it.
But you saw it with the mafia, I get.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
I haven't seen how Linda Blair looks today, so maybe I wouldn't recognize it either.
Yeah, my copy was dark, I'll just say.
It was riddled with cocaine. So I couldn't see it. So what are the possible, what were the, I would say it's not a creepy movie, right? Or scary movie?
No.
So all set up, she hasn't talked to Raiden in years.
Yeah, I know that part, but because I think they established that before the ending of the movie.
And she shows up to the end in the hospital. I knew it. I knew that. I swear to God, people, I fucking called it that Linda Blair was going to be. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Somewhere they're going to get her repossessed self in there.
That's weird. Then if damn, I wish Uncle Bill was on here so I could ask him about that then, because I now I have a question.
We'll have a lot to talk about during Skin and Marine.
Yeah, we'll save it till then.
The 8th shot of the wall. On the 8th shot of the wall, he asked about the unless he wants to come on here, that's his choice. But I don't like butting people like, come on here now, goddammit.
Get your ass on here, buddy. You get on here.
Right I didn't want to butt. I don't like butting people because I'm like, I figure they're busy with shit. So so what was meant to be creepy in the movie? Like, were there I would assume attempts to be scary.
Just the possession stuff, I would say. That's pretty much it. That's all I saw that I thought that they were trying to get over as being creepy or scary. I
really
Rat Hammer. Awesome. I don't know how to feel about that ending of Saw X. I don't know if anybody wants me to spoil that too, but
okay, well, someone said yes, so let me. I don't care if you spoil anything, man. You can do whatever you want. I don't give a shit about that Saw X. I know a lot of people love it. Okay, how did you feel about that film? Did you like it? A lot of people like it.
So I would say like the big thing with it is like that people, I'm surprised that people like it. But the big thing with it is that like it's supposed to be like a character piece for John Kramer and not not just Jigsaw with apprentices helping and doing traps and all that kind of stuff. So it plays like where the first hour is just you just follow John Kramer and you follow his journey of trying to find a cure for his cancer or some way to live longer. He's sort of coming to grips with the fact that he won't live that long. I believe the film is set in between part one and two, a sequel to part one, and then a prequel to two.
Exactly.
It it was different. I didn't mind that. But I think for hardcore Saw fans, they probably would hate that just because it's not what they want to see. It's not just traps for 90 minutes. And it is a little long. I mean, I think it's like 2 hours. For
Of
a Saw
course.
movie, that's a little long to me. But yeah, that first hour I thought was an interesting way to go. It just I think the film would have been better suited if like you didn't know that the whole thing was a scam. Like if this movie had actually
Mhm.
came out in between, I guess maybe parts 2 and 3, because you know that he dies at the end of part 3. Everybody knows that by now, so it's not really a spoiler. But
Right.
I think it would have been a little bit better. Um because you would have had a chance to, like, I saw it with someone that I actually did see in the theater. Saw it with someone and they had no idea about the whole scam thing. They just like, oh, it's the new Saw movie, so they just went with me. So in that regard, I think like it would have played a little better. I think the writing is a little shaky, but again, it's a fucking Saw movie, so it's like I don't expect, Oscar winning screenplay. And as far as like the gore and stuff, I saw people online saying like, "Oh, it's really it's not any bloody or more gory than any of the other Saw movies to me." Um,
Mm.
there's not many traps, so if that's what you're looking for, you might be disappointed. There's like 4 or 5 at the most. Um,
Mm.
and I think I already
Shawnee
said like
Smith and they
yeah, yeah, she shows up. There's one more
because it
person that
spoiled in
shows
the
up.
trailer. It spoiled
Yeah,
in the trailer that she showed up.
yeah, and then there's another person that shows up, which again, if people don't care about spoilers, um, what's his name? Detective Hoffman, who was the apprentice that carried the latter half of the sequels from like I
No,
think
don't tell me Tassus Mandalore.
he shows up, yes. And the director said that like that was very fan servicey, because a lot of people like the character, and I'm like, do they? Like I didn't know that, but I guess they do. I guess there's a big fan following for Detective Hoffman. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the movie. There's one big gripe that I have with it is like the main antagonist, which isn't really Jigsaw in the movie, um, is not killed, and I was like, couldn't all this shit just happen again? Like if that character's still alive, the person that does the whole like scam and all that stuff that set all the
Mm.
stuff up like survives. I was like, that's I mean, I understand they're supposed to be tested. It shouldn't just be flat out murder. He's not judge, jury, and executioner, all that bullshit. But it was just weird that like that character out of every other character, she was the most ruthless character out of all of the people that was like helping her do everything. I'm like, why is she alive? But hey,
For a
um,
sequel
I
to the
guess so.
prequel.
Yeah, probably. Um,
I mean, that's why.
yeah, I,
Milk you
I
dry.
I guess so. Um, it was okay. It was whatever. I mean, again, it saw what 10. So
Yeah,
are you really
10.
hoping for something great? Like,
No.
oh, I
And for
mean,
those wondering, I did send Uncle Bill the stream. That'll be up to him if he should jump on it. Probably pretty late.
he's got to get his pants on. That's what it is. He's naked. Um, yeah, that
So you
that
like it
was.
better than Exorcist then? Saw 10.
I would say it's more entertaining. Yeah, at least the latter half of the movie, the last hour is there's actually a lot of stuff happening that I mean, again, if you're a gore hound or whatever, You get some blood, and stuff, and good
Okay,
practical effects.
which was worse, Exorcist or Evil Dead Rise?
Ooh, that's a tough one. um,
Yeah, that's
Probably
tough.
Exorcist. Yeah, I'd say so far right now it's probably the worst horror movie of the year for me. Um,
Even worse is Marine.
I'll say mainstream, bigger budget
Okay,
theatrical release.
the worst.
Yeah.
So just because it's like very boring, like you mentioned, like you said, there's no point to it.
It's a movie where you'll never watch it again. I can't see anybody watching it a second time and being like, "Oh yeah, like this is really cool." like if you do, like what scene do you want to see a second time? I, for me it's the type of movie where it's like horror fans and casual fans will watch it out of just genuine interest because it is an Exorcist sequel and we haven't had one in what 20 years or so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he's back.
So anyway, let me just take a moment to completely agree with Mark and say that it is the worst movie that I've seen. The worst horror movie that I've seen this year is Exorcist. But like I thought that nothing would top Halloween Ends of anything that I've seen in the last while, but it did. It managed to top that fucking movie somehow with how bad it is. So yeah. But what did
Yeah,
what did you
the,
want to talk
the,
about the movie, Mark?
Okay, so you were
yeah,
talking about the end sequence with
Yeah.
Linda Blair. And apparently this sets up something else. How so exactly?
It doesn't. It's just in my mind. Like the only way you
Oh,
go with
okay.
it is
Okay.
like, okay, so here for the people that haven't seen it, there'll be spoilers, but here's my kind of thing about it. So the whole thing throughout the movie is that Reagan's mom, Chris, like hasn't been in contact with her for years and years and years because I can't even remember why. It's some stupid ass reason, like why, like after the exorcism or whatever. And so as the movie goes along, all these different things happen to Chris, we'll just say, and she ends up being a hospital. And the ending of the movie, the main end of the movie, and I can't believe you didn't know that's who this was, Mark. But the main end of the movie is Linda Blair comes into the hospital and she takes her mother's hand and she's like, "It's all right, it's me, mom," or some shit like that. And then the movie just ends. So to me, there's one or two possibilities for the next film if they even do another film. I doubt they will now, if they can get out of it. The only two possibilities for this would be either Reagan gets repossessed, no pun intended, and then that's like the second movie, which I could see. Or number two is she straps on a shotgun and a bunch of like shotgun shells all off fucking Laurie Strode and like shoots Pazuzu in the face or tries to like shoot the devil or something. Like she hulks up on the devil. Is the only other possibility is that she's going to be the main character in the next movie and she's going to like try to like face the demons or whatever that were there. That's it. And that's all David Gordon Green knows how to do. Like you can tell from like watching those damn Halloween movies.
Yeah, so for me, like when I saw her, I was like, Uncle Bill, come on. She looks like she's fucking Lynn Shay's grandmother or something. That dude,
Who? Who?
Linda Blair. She does not look like Linda Blair, at least to
No,
me.
her face is melting like a goddamn candle or something. I don't know what.
I didn't recognize her.
I mean, I completely agree with you. But like that whole time we were sitting there, like, and CK kept saying like she's going to be in this movie. Like I know she's going to be in this movie, and then at the very end she's in the movie. There's just no way they're not putting her in that damn movie.
Yeah, so I watched David Gordon Green sit there and lie about her being in the movie. He's like, no, we asked her if she wanted to be in it. She declined. She only wanted to be a consultant. She didn't want to return to the franchise in any capacity. So you can't believe shit that guy says anymore.
No, and she returned to the franchise. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that movie anymore. I mean, we did like a 30-minute long on the road about it. It's the worst horror film I've seen this year by far. Like by pretty long shot. I can't believe how bad it is considering like how much money and time and everything else that they had. Like
Yeah.
it's insane, man. Like what the part that's most confusing to me is how are you going to make a movie like that and you don't have one single character in it that anybody gives a shit about? Like they don't even
That's
spend
what I was saying.
maybe like the longest amount of time they spend with any character is the father.
Mhm.
And I would say that's about 10 minutes of any kind of like exposition or anything like that that you get about his background or anything related to that. And then they bring in just character after character after character for like 2 minutes. Some of them at the main end, like some of the characters that were part of the big exorcism scene at the main end, you had maybe seen for like 30 seconds and you didn't even really know they were there. Like the entire time that was going, like the Pentecostal guy and like some of the other ones that they had. Who the fuck? Like they just.
That's what I was trying to tell Matt. Like, there's no one to follow. There's no one to latch on to. There's almost no point to the movie. It's so
It's
weird.
crazy. It's just it's crazy how bad it is and just how pointless of a movie it is. Like it's almost unfathomable they could fuck it up that much. Like we knew they were gonna fuck it up, but you would have at least thought they would have had something salvageable in it. Anyway, I haven't seen Saw 10, but I can imagine that I'm not gonna like Saw 10 either.
I don't think you'll hate it, honestly.
Really?
I really don't. It's like I said, it's okay. Like it's fine. It's not boring per se, at least to me. I think like earlier I said diehard fans of Saw probably would have a problem with it just because how long it takes for anything to actually happen, and I don't think most of them give a shit about Jigsaw's life story or finding out who he was or the type of guy that he is, all that stuff. They just want to see trap. So
Trap houses.
yeah.
That's what they want.
This fucking movie sounds wonderful.
It's
I look
great.
forward to watching it.
Here's what I know: somebody's going to make you watch it, and then I also know that you're going to make an
Someone already
hour-long-
did. Someone sent a request
really?
during the stream.
you're gonna have an
I got
hour-long
the
rant
email.
video about this soon. I guarantee it. Oh. Plus,
So
and let's
the way
not,
yeah.
Sorry, Matt.
Go
I was
for
just gonna say, just not to mention the fact that there is some of the worst makeup effects in this movie, which should have had like the best makeup effects.
Yeah.
It's like, man, shit they did 50 years ago, and the original Exorcist looks 1,000 times better than what they did to the kids in this movie. I just don't understand. Like, confused is the best way I can describe my reaction to that movie. Like on so many different levels.
Same here. There's no point for it to exist. There's no replay value whatsoever.
No, I'll never watch that again. There's no way unless somebody requests it, and then I'll just act like I watched it. and fucking just try to remember parts of it.
I think that box office wise, like I don't think it's gonna pull in much, but we'll see come Monday.
No, there's no way.
I'm hoping it bombs because we don't need two more of these movies. We really don't.
I think it could kill his career, man. I think it could really like put a halt to.
That's
his
very
career.
possible. Yeah. It's
that bad.
That writing team is just awful. They don't know how to do horror. I mean, I've seen other stuff Green's done, and most of his stuff looks good too. I mean, I can't say that his stuff looks like shit, but it just when he gets with McBride and teams, like they just they shit the bed.
They just keep doing the same thing. And this is another thing that Wes and I were noticing too about that movie is that it looks exactly like those Halloween movies. Like you could take scenes out of that movie and put them in those David Gordon Green Halloween movies, and they would look like they belong there. I don't know what shitty like cinematography or whatever he's doing, but it's like
It's it's like his idea for like what horror is supposed to look like is just the average thing that I don't know. It's almost like he looks up online like what it should look like and he just goes with the template basically.
it's
But
bad. It's real bad.
yeah, there's no originality to like he doesn't have a style or anything. It just looks like something that just would be on TV. You just turn on TV and like, oh, here's a movie. You wouldn't know if he made it or anything. It's just yeah.
Well, I was looking up. Apparently, the guess is they'll have a $28 million opening.
That's
That's
the
the guess
projected
right now.
guess. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Apparently, the movie cost
about in line.
30
Yeah,
million.
so they'll
Apparently, the
definitely
movie
do
cost
another
30
one.
million.
They'll definitely do another one. Oh God.
Yeah,
That
they
guy's
probably
just
will.
like I don't know. I feel like he could just shit on a plate and people are like there's gonna be people defend it.
Well,
I
you
don't
were
know. I
mentioning
mean,
about the. I was just going to say, like, you guys talk about the characters. I might not have seen the film, but the way you describe the characters seems like how they write all characters nowadays.
Mm.
I mean, we all saw Evil Dead Rise. Were there any really interesting characters in that movie?
That's pretty much. See, the thing about Evil Dead Rise that I think makes it better than that movie is the main character, the chick that goes. At least she's entertaining, and she like actually pulls off that role pretty well. There's nobody in the Extras that pulls off their role well. Not one person. Like there's nobody that's like even memorable. So
they're all very generic and forgettable.
yeah. But if you're talking about like the supporting characters in Evil Dead Rise, that's exactly like what the characters in Believer are like. You get to meet them for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. You don't know really anything about them. Like you don't know anything about their motivations. They seem to come out of nowhere a lot of times and just show up. And like a lot of their plot lines don't make any sense. Like there's a nurse that is taking care of one of the kids, and then she just so happens to like, after she takes care of the kid, she's like, I know, a lot about exorcisms, and I've read this book. And then the dude, this is another part that makes zero sense. The father is completely like against religion, but she gives him this book written by Chris Regensbaum, and he reads the book like one time, and he's like, "This is it. This is what's going on." And he's all for it after that. He's like,
He
"Yep,
became a believer.
yeah, she's fucking possessed." I read the book.
So let me get to the chat for just a little bit.
Mhm.
General, thank you, man. I don't know what that movie is, so I don't know what it is. I kind of stay the fuck away from movies nowadays after watching some of the shit I've seen this year. You guys were here for my Expendables 4 rant, and it looks like Exorcist Believer ain't any better. I guess at least I'm sure there ain't any rings on dildos and bars. I'm guessing Exorcist Believer, so I guess there's that going for me when I see this fucking movie.
It's funny he brings that movie up. I actually have it queued up right here to watch. That's that and VHS 85 are right here, my next two that I'm gonna watch
Okay.
after the stream. So
Okay, I thought you meant Expendables 4. Okay, you meant
no, Totally Killer is next for me to watch.
And as Emmanuel was talking about these two gentlemen with me, I definitely agree. Check out Dead Pit and check out Stem and Mark. Definitely agree with that statement. And yes, Sal, this won't kill David Gordon Green's career. I think he sucks a lot of dick and he must do a good job with it. That's why he gets so much jobs. That's the only question. That's the only answer I can find.
That's hardcore. There is no real solution.
I'm not wrong. Like, okay, you've seen a lot of movies, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really see, based on your history of watching horror films, that the way this guy directs, just the way he directs the film, that this is a guy that should be directing horror movies?
No,
Mood, atmosphere, camera work, anything.
not horror for
No.
sure. No.
But he still does it because they make money. So that's the only thing. And they're franchise characters that people.
Anything like that makes money though. Any franchise title like that, if you release it, especially in October, it'll make money. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And then supposedly you guys will be doing Thanksgiving.
We'll do it on the road for that
I
when it
guess.
comes out. Yeah, there's no doubt because that's Eli Roth, and we haven't seen Eli Roth movie in.
You've got to do it.
I couldn't even tell you when.
So did you
Guess
see the
Hostel
new
2
trailer
was
that
the
came
last one.
out for it? The new trailer for things.
And people are
And your
like,
thoughts?
here's what cracks me up about people in Eli Roth, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, that new trailer looks fucking killer. This is going to be amazing. I'm like, let me tell you something, motherfuckers. Something I've learned over the years. And this is a mantra that I go by. Don't ever put your chips on Eli Roth. I don't give a damn what it looks like. Don't ever bet on Eli Roth to make anything worth a fuck. So I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, I was just.
Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
I'll get to that in a minute. So I was just looking at that trailer and I'm like, this has Dead Pit on the Road written all over it. So you guys have to do that. I mean, it's written in the stars.
Yeah, we will.
It's a must. And then one for next year. I think it comes out next year. And you can have this title, tell CK. Dead Pit on the Roadhouse for the Roadhouse remake with your favorite actor, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Holy shit.
So,
oh my God.
That's a must. That has to happen. I don't know. Are you a fan of the original?
Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, who isn't a fan of the original, really?
Yeah. Got
Sam
Terry
Elliott and Terry Funk and yeah.
Fucking.
Isn't Buzz Sawyer in there?
I think so.
He like one of the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun movie.
But,
yeah, I love it.
One
of my favorite releases from VS.
Yeah, it's just that's just I watched that movie a million times when I was a kid. I don't know who didn't really. And plus, not to mention the fact, what's her name? Kelly
Lynch.
Kelly Lynch is insanely hot in that movie. And like, good Lord. So yeah, it's got everything going for it.
Oh yeah.
But what about Pet Cemetery? I'm curious about this because let me tell you something. This is the honest God's truth. Anybody that knows Garrett knows this. Garrett likes everything. He's just that type of guy. Like it doesn't matter what the movie is. He had positive things to say about Exorcist Believer. He liked Halloween Ends. He likes everything, but he shit on the Pet Cemetery prequel. So I'm like,
what did he say?
He was just like, he's like, this movie's god awful. I'm like, good Lord, man, this must be like the worst film ever made if you shit on it this much.
I mean, it's an interesting film. I'll say that. Oh God, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with David Duchovny. And this is coming from a fan. I don't hate the guy. I think you guys all know that I love X-Files and everything. And other stuff, California, Evolution. He's got some cool movies to his name and all that, but his acting, maybe he's all pilled up. Yeah, he's like on another planet in these movies. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Pam Grier, not the Pam Grier from the 90s or even her heyday at all. everybody just walks through that movie like, and I guess because it was straight to streaming type of deal, they were just like, ah, fuck it, let's just get a paycheck.
Yeah.
But that's the way the movie comes off. Like the acting is dull, the storyline is just. I just have I didn't care about the Judd Crandall character, at least the younger version. It kind of goes nowhere. It's yeah.
Everybody just
That's
keeps saying David Duchovny should be Bernie, and we get Bernie.
dude, I don't know what's going on with him. I hope he's not on addicted to drugs or something. But that's what it seems like. His performances are so fucking wooden that it's just bizarre. And I don't know how the hell the director's like, great take, David. Like, I don't get it. I'm lost.
Who is David Duchovny in the film? What character is he playing?
Nobody
on
special.
the film.
Nobody that you would know, like from like the original movies or anything. Just put it that
But
way.
is he like a big part of the film? Like Pam Grier, are they big parts of the film?
I mean, not necessarily. Okay, you remember like what's the character's name? Is it Baderman? Timmy Baderman? You remember like the kid that Judd Crandall talks about getting buried in the original Pet Cemetery?
Yeah.
He's like the father.
Okay, yeah.
He's the father of Timmy Baderman, basically.
Oh, he's the one that gets killed then, isn't he, in the fire or whatever?
Oh, his son does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays the father of Timmy. So yeah, it's not worth watching. I mean, well, to each his own. If you're a diehard Pet Cemetery person, you got to see every sequel or prequel that comes out. Go ahead, but I mean, it's probably best left skipped. I mean, don't waste your time.
Someone told me a trailer for this had come out. I did not even know it got made. I thought it was just in talks.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for
I saw the trailer too.
So how?
There's no way that'll be any good. I don't know what you want me to say, but I mean, in my opinion, it'll be like Fear Itself or something like that. Probably worse. Probably like a Creep Show 3 version of Fear Itself.
Is it a Shudder thing? Shudder?
It's on like no, it wasn't Shudder. It was on something else.
I think is it Peacock?
Might be the Cock.
I think it's.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is Peacock.
It might be on the Cock. That's where it belongs, really. How fucking listen? John Carpenter's a piece of shit. Like look. I love his movies, but just as a human being, he is a giant turd. He went to that fucking H45 show in California and would not sign a damn thing that anybody brought up to him. Meanwhile, everybody else around him signing like everything. He wouldn't sign anything for anybody. And he was there the whole time. Imagine how pissed off people were.
So what the fuck did he do the whole time?
He just did panels and shit, but he would not like sign any autographs.
Did as little as possible.
At that show, that's like the biggest show, the biggest Halloween show there's ever been, probably. And he goes in and pulls that bullshit. And then Jamie Lee Curtis apparently had diarrhea and or something and just decided to no-show at the last minute. After saying she was going to be there. I'm really just tired of all these fuckers, man. Like, their nonsense.
That's a good excuse.
She's like, he's been eating that Activia for days. She's just hole up somewhere with dysentery. Yeah.
That's, I mean, did he at least do like photo ops or something? He had to do something.
I don't think so. I think he just did Q&As and panels. I don't know. I didn't think he did photo ops. But that brings back to the point of that's the type of person that would fucking do a show off his couch. Yes, that makes sense. Please just stay at the house, smoke your marijuana, fucking play Borderlands or whatever you're doing, and just stay there because it's over with. You had a good run.
Yeah, I mean you can like it for folks that you can like any director or actor you want. That doesn't give you the right to be a piece of shit. It doesn't. So you got to have people watch and like your movies for decades. eat a piece of humble pie or eat a piece of shut the fuck up and leave. Do one or the other.
Mhm.
Like, God damn it.
And apparently he only talked about money the whole weekend.
Oh, really?
I think that's what Phantasm Matt said. Like he kept talking about money.
That
Like,
makes sense.
and that used to crack me up like years ago when he would always say that in interviews. He's like, "Oh, now I get a check every time they do a Halloween movie or
Yeah.
they want to remake my movies, and I get a nice big fat check. I open up my hand and I get paid." But now it just seems like he's just milking that. Like he'll never stop, and he only really does care about money.
Here's
Oh,
something.
God. Don't say.
Here's something I don't think
Don't
people
say.
consider
Yeah.
about
Go
him
ahead.
too, though. That I think it might be part of this as well. His mother was schizophrenic. He's talked about this in interviews before, and she was like pretty bad off, mentally ill. I think he's mentally ill. Like I think there's some sort of
Or is it all the weed? Too much weed?
well, it's probably a combination of both, but I just feel like there's probably something passed down there in that realm that's also like a part of his kind of like agoraphobia, not wanting to leave the house, and also kind of being like antisocial the way that he is. Like I feel like that's passed down probably. He probably comes by that honestly. But still at some point, because if you look at interviews with him in the 80s, and he basically acts the same way as he does now, like flat, just kind of emotionless kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe back then he was a little bit more optimistic, but nowadays he's just an old bitter some bitch. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's exactly the way he comes off. Every time he talks about his movies, he's like, "I don't think about my movies. I don't watch my movies, and I don't really like talking about my movies." And if that's the case and you're doing all these conventions, why the fuck are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Money. That's it. So,
Yeah.
Brock took the words out of my mouth. This is what I thought. That this is a guy that I think wanted to be a bigger guy, wanted to be a
mhm.
bigger director. So then he did all these films, and people eventually liked them, but they didn't like him at the time. So then he got very pissy. Then if people like him, he's like, "Why the fuck didn't?" He doesn't say this, or maybe he does, and I didn't hear it. Why the fuck didn't you go at that time? Why the fuck didn't you go see him that year? Could have been making all these big movies and all this. Well, tough titty. Shit happens. The market, the economy, feng shui, what the fuck happened?
Mhm.
Get over it. People think you were a damn good director. Most people get forgotten in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck directed? Yeah, get over it. Like he
In all
said, yeah.
honesty, he should have been bigger than what he was. I mean, truth be told, like he should have been a bigger name director than what he was, because those movies should have theoretically done a whole lot better than they did. It's just he just had some really bad timing on a couple of them, and that just screwed him forever. But I mean, I think about how much money that guy's made just off Halloween rights. Like, I mean, he's fine. Like, there's no, he should just be he should just be happy. I would be. I'd just be like, "Oh shit, things are going great." Like,
Yeah, I mean, you do very little, if anything, and you get a check
yeah,
every few months.
Very
There's
little.
always I mean, he just had a whole trilogy that he got paid from,
to do
and he
off
even
his
got paid a
couch.
second check for the music. So there's that. I mean,
He just got paid to direct a whole show of his fucking couch. I'm like,
the privilege, like
how much more do you know?
exactly.
Yeah, but preliminary, I think Wes. I never got a chance to meet any of them. Wes seemed like a more easygoing guy,
Mhm.
and he seemed like he was more happy with how. I mean, yeah, he got screwed over a lot. Deadly Friend, everything
Mhm.
that happened with that movie,
Cursed.
and so
Yeah.
forth. But cursed. He felt a bit more at peace with how, hey, this is what happened. He got over it, is what I'm saying. He said he got over it. And when I've heard people who met him, he seemed like a cool guy, like George Romero. Like you mentioned how George Romero seemed like a cool guy. And that guy got screwed more than
I was going to
John
say
Carpenter.
nobody probably ate more shit than Romero when it
Night of the
came
Living
to like
Dead.
projects, not
Mm-hmm.
and what happened with
Everything that
Night of
happened
the
to Night of the
Living
Living
Dead.
Dead and not getting any penny. I mean, I think he was a millionaire, from what I understand, when he was at the end. But with Night of the Living Dead and all the stuff he got ripped off from that because of a little
I
error.
mean, yeah, damn. Can you imagine that movie is probably one of the most seen movies ever. You know, just
Mhm.
especially around this time of year. It's just like one of the most replayed movies of all time. And like he never up until I guess more recently, I think that he did. But like for years and years and years never saw anything from that movie. So it's like if anybody should have been like a bitter old fucking asshole, that should have just been like, you know, it should have been Romero. But I've met him at least three times, and he was not that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mark's. Was it you, Mark, that had the story about him?
What?
Wasn't it Romero that you were like talking to?
No, it wasn't Romero.
Was it Romero? Okay, who was that?
It was William B. Davis.
No. But there was one dude. Maybe it wasn't you that had the story. Where like somebody was like pouring their heart out about like a movie or something like that, and then like Romero looked up like something was going wrong with his phone or something like that. He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word you said," or something like that.
No, that wasn't me.
Okay. So I mean, I guess that shit happens like regardless. But yeah.
Yeah, that kind of happened to a buddy of mine when he met Alice Cooper. He said he was a real dick to him.
Yeah, there is some truth to that whole thing about not meeting your heroes. I will say that.
Yeah.
Did either of you ever meet Wes Craven?
No.
He never did conventions, man. Like he just never. I mean, he did some in California, but that was like really the only places that he did them.
Yeah, I've seen like I think it's the Never Sleep Again documentaries, like old late 80s, early 90s footage of him doing cons, and Robert Englund was there, but I don't think he did that many.
Yep.
And then you met Sam Raimi. You said he was cool.
Yeah, I mean Sam Raimi was as nice as anybody could be. Really, I mean any celebrity could be.
This is a random question, but it's a fun one because it's you two answering it. Who do you think?
That is
random, but it's pretty fun.
I'll say I think it's Hooper. There's no reason for Spielberg not to take credit for that. Because I've heard him speak highly of the film.
Yeah.
So why not just admit it if it actually was him? I do know that he oversaw a lot of stuff. He was on set a lot. Yeah, I think it was Hooper. I mean, like I said, there's no reason for Spielberg not to take credit. And I've heard people say that, like, oh, none of his other stuff looks like that. Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, if you got fucking Spielberg backing your movie and he's on the set, aren't you going to be on your best? You know? That's the way I always look at it.
Well, plus, I
think
mean,
Spielberg.
Go ahead, man.
I think Spielberg did because he's a dick, and he would do that kind of thing.
God damn, coming in hot tonight.
I still remember the story where he fucked over Rick Baker, and so after that story, I'm like, I think he's secretly a dick. He just has this facade to look like a nice. I'm the guy that made E.T. But I think deep down he has something dark. He's just ready to explode.
The dark side of Spielberg.
But sorry, you go ahead, man.
I was just going to say, I think Hooper did it because I've heard from two different people that were on the set of that movie that it was Hooper. Lou Perryman was one of them, and I'm trying to remember who the other one was because we interviewed him. But there was another one too that was like it was him. That he was the primary one that was the director. But Spielberg was there. I mean, quite a bit. So I mean, who knows how much influence that could have on what he was doing.
Mhm.
That's right, Brock. I always call him Steven Spielberg after that fucking story I heard about him and fucking Rick Baker. Pissed me off, but
You don't fuck with Rick
anyway.
Baker.
Is it
Okay,
this?
for those who don't know, he stole the. I've told the story before, but it's Spielberg and Rick Baker were going to do a film called Dark Skies. This is before E.T.
Mhm.
It's
I know the
kind of like
story.
what you see become Critters. It was a farmhouse. It was a horror movie. There was these creatures, and he wanted Rick Baker to design a creature. He did it. Then when he's making Raiders of the Lost Ark, he's like, actually, I don't want to make a horror film. I want to make a family film. Hey, Rick, could you change it? Well, I'm busy. Like I'm going to be off doing like an American Wolf in London. I'm going to be off doing this stuff. Spielberg got pissed, stole his shit, stole his designs, gave it to the guy who did E.T., and E.T. was his design for Dark Skies, only the head is a little fatter. And that's the one Carl Rambaldi won an Oscar for, was for the design Rick Baker did, only he put some size on the head for E.T. So he fucking stole Rick Baker's shit, and it had a hissy fit. Just like he had a hissy fit with the writer of the Poltergeist adaptation book, because he's like, well, that's kind of stupid, isn't it? And then Spielberg fired him, and then he's a fucking prick. But anyway, good director, but he's a prick.
Yeah, there's a
But
whole documentary.
That seems to be the
piece on
theme.
about it.
so I will be wrapping things up because it's pretty late for these two gentlemen. At 9 p.m. on Sunday, we'll be doing Skinamarink. And I'm sure we'll be talking a lot about the horror films of this year and stuff there too.
We talking about anything but that movie. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have a lot of stuff planned in October, it seems, because you talk about the Exorcist franchise. Will you be talking about Believer on that one, or will you think you'll save it for a separate one? I mean, you
No,
said
we're
what you
gonna-
did on the road, but
Well, we're gonna do, because I was talking to Wes about this today. We're gonna do like a spoiler version, kind of like talking about the film, like a standalone video. We didn't give away any spoilers or anything in on the road, but we're gonna do that in a video coming up too, so we can talk about how shitty it is again. So you don't forget. But yeah, we're doing like the whole Exorcist thing. That might be a part of it. I don't know. Somebody might bring that up. Highly doubt it. I hope not. When we do that video, and then Jesus God.
so on October 13th, CK's list of the Friday 13th ranked.
That's right. Friday 13th. Yep. Is going to be CK's list. And then Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we're doing the tier list. Part 2 of slasher movie villains. I don't know if he's put that up yet or not, but we're doing that on Wednesday. That show
Not yet.
did amazingly well, so we're going to do the best of the rest, I guess. There's not like a ton of great ones left, but there's some funny ones left. I'll say that.
And then on the 16th, you have the Horror Picks 2023 with looks like Wet Movie.
Yeah, Wet Movie's going to be on there, and it's going to be talking about that.
So what's that going to be about? Just your favorite horror films? Because there's nothing to talk about 2023. So.
Well, I think it is actually going to be like horror picks from 2023. So that should be interesting as hell. Yeah.
I'll get my list ready.
Honestly, though, let me ask you a question. That's a good idea, Brock. I didn't think about that. A celebrity interaction tier list. That would be a good fucking idea. Yeah. I already know in my head who would be like at the bottom. But
now I'm curious.
You know who. So yeah, I mean Tom Savini and John Carpenter, in terms of people that I've met, would be at the very bottom of that fucking list.
And this Mark would be William Davis.
Yeah, that's got to be Mark's.
Yeah, and if my buddy was on, he'd say James Gunn.
Really?
Oh, I've never even met. I never thought about meeting him.
So
what happened?
a friend of mine, his parents live like I think he said 5 minutes away from James Gunn's parents' house. Like it's like the same rural area. And he's run into James Gunn a few times, and he the stories he told, they're really long and drawn out, but they weren't great experiences at all.
Mm.
And I'm like, why even talk to him more than once if he's a dick? Like, but it's a whole other story. I'll dive into it deeper one of these days, but since we're gonna get off, I'll save it for next time.
Stealing range. There won't be much talk about. Save for that.
Yeah, we'll have all kinds of time for stories. Shit.
So you met him twice, though. You said.
Yeah, more than once for sure. Yeah,
and they were both bad.
Mm-hmm. And these weren't like convention appearances or anything like that. Just like in the neighborhood type of thing.
But he looks like a douchebag, so I guess I can't be surprised. He got that sort of haircut that
he does look like a douchebag.
And one last thing I gotta ask Uncle Bill. I know I asked him before. I'm going to ask him again. The Toxic Avenger trailer. Now that Mark is here, what are you guys' thoughts on the midget Toxie?
You're gonna get canceled. Can't say that word.
He is, though, isn't he?
I was, what's the word? Completely surprised because I was under the impression he does. He really does. I was under the impression that it was going to be like a Toxic Avenger movie, like in the way that, like, he turned into a big Toxic Avenger. But you can't really tell what the fuck is going on at the end of that trailer. But it looks like that he turns into a mutated. Mark, you want to help me out on whatever that would be called? A mutated.
I don't even know what the fuck it
little
is.
person.
Yeah, little person, I guess.
Yeah,
but
Hobbit.
And
I was surprised by it. Like
I'm confused by
it. I don't know.
It's a mutant Hobbit. That's what he is.
I mean, it wasn't what I expected. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at all. I don't think it looks good so far.
How the fuck did they get him to do that? Like, I mean, is he really falling off that bad to where it's like
Dinklage?
Yeah.
Because he takes every fucking role. He's like Nick Cage. I mean, he's in 50 movies a year. He never goes to sleep, so he just does whatever.
Yeah, but at least Nick Cage hits a home run once in a while. What the hell has Peter Dinklage done worth of shit in the past 10 years?
Oh, you're gonna love the new.
And don't say Game of Thrones.
The new Hunger Games. He's in that. You'll love that.
Is there a new Hunger Games?
There is. I saw the trailer before Saw X.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
Because
why not? They got to make more money, man. You know how it goes.
Does it have Jennifer Lawrence in it?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see her in the trailer.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that should have been called the Toxic Frodo. It should have been called exactly. It'll be another. Is that supposed to be this year? I don't even know. Maybe it's 2024. Whatever. It'll be another shit film.
Hunger Games.
No, the Toxic.
Oh, Toxic Avenger.
The Toxic Midget.
I don't even know.
I think the new Hunger Games
is
a prequel. Exactly. Everything's a fucking prequel. Like, I don't need to know where everything comes from. Good Lord.
Well, that's the new thing now.
But you look at, well, the original stuff they have is like Bumhouse doing a haunted swimming pool movie. So you got nothing to run home about. Because in January, there's a haunted swimming pool movie called Night Swim or something. So that's the original films. So good
Is,
luck with that.
Kevin Bacon in that one too.
Fucking no. They/them or something.
Yeah, he keeps
But anyway,
popping up in all these horror movies, and I saw him say like he's like, "Oh, I'm a huge fan of the genre."
Are you, motherfucker? Yeah.
He says he is.
He wasn't 10 or 15 years ago when he was like never talked about Friday the 13th.
Yeah, he said he regrets all that, but could just be saying that. I mean, he is popping up in a lot of genre stuff, so I don't know. Maybe he is.
Oh, that's what happens when you need to work. You tend to pop up and stuff like that.
and how about you, Mark? What you got coming up?
Oh, Vinegar Syndrome, Second Sight, Night of the Demons all this weekend. I'm gonna try to drop all those this weekend.
Did you get all them Scheme Factory releases?
Just Night of the Demons. That's all I got so far. I got a bunch of other stuff too, but it's not from any of those boutique labels though.
There is a Shocktober sale going on right now for Scream and Arrow. Mark, you realize this, right?
I have the Arrow tab open on my browser right now, actually. I got a killer release for you, Uncle Bill.
Oh no. I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Oh, I'm being serious.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Are you going to show it during the Skin and Marink thing? Because we need stuff to do.
I'll wait till then because the box is so damn big. Like, it's going to take me a few minutes to get it. So,
okay.
I'll wait.
That's what
he's now that's a teaser.
Oh, shit.
So, again, for those out there, almost 70 people. Not as much as you guys. You guys are doing like 300 people a night. Jesus, you guys are blowing up a dead pit. Like 300 a night. Shit.
That was just for that one show.
That'll be
that'll
be normal soon. You will be soon, I guarantee it. But Sunday, 9 p.m. Central on this channel. Skin and Marin job, yeah, exactly, Brock. I wish. And then once again, one final time, guys, a dead pit on the Wednesday tier list on slasher, more slasher movie villains. I'm sure maybe Jack Frost or someone else will be on there. The Michael Keaton one, Jack Frost. Friday 13th franchise, CK's list on the 13th. Halloween Horror Picks with what movie one on the 16th. Curse of the Exorcist franchise on the 27th. Maybe a spoiler stream on Exorcist I'm a Believer. Maybe. Mark, you said this weekend maybe your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, check out Dead Pit Radio, Uncle Bill's channel. Check out Stuntman Mark on his channel. If they just type that username, they could find it. Stuntman Mark?
Yeah, just type Stuntman Mark. It'll come up.
And thank you guys for coming by. It was a lot of fun. I really look forward to Exorcist Believer now after the warm lots of words. But
you will, Matt. When you're about halfway through it, you'll be like, God, I just want to die.
And I definitely recommend Expendables 4, by the way, to you too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys will love that movie. So characters talking about pissing or piss on a grate to remove it to get out of a room or Megan Fox. I'm sure you'll love that movie. But fucking bullshit.
Oh, real quick.
Thanks for watching that.
Real quick before you get off here. If you want to see something fucking hilarious, Megan Fox is in the new Mortal Kombat game. She's a voice actor in the new Mortal Kombat game. It is some of the worst shit you will ever see in your life. So just go on YouTube, type in Megan Fox, Mortal Kombat 1, and like, I'm just do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's some of you'll see.
I believe you, but I'll see it anyway. I believe it. I don't know. At least show me some tits and ass Or get the fuck out of my face, lady. Goddamn mannequin. That's another one. The female Weekend of Burns with David Duchovny and both be fucking Xanax dead in the face. For fuck's sake.
Yeah,
She'll
she
do
reads
mannequin,
those.
he'll do Weekend of Burns. Jesus Christ. But that's see you guys hopefully Sunday. Fucking, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye for now.
My